page and YouTube channel, as well as the team's official website, liducks.com. Thank you for tuning in, and stand by for complete coverage of today's game. 2017 Long Island Ducks season ticket packages are on sale now. Enjoy the best savings and most benefits available to cheer on your hometown team. 10-game mini plans are also on sale and offer fans the same great seats for 10 games throughout 2017, as well as many other exciting opportunities. To find out more information and secure your seats for the 18th season of Ducks baseball, please call 631-940-3825 during normal business hours. The Bethpage Ballpark box office is now open for individual ticket sales. Box office hours are Monday through Friday from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. and Saturday from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. Fans can also purchase their tickets by calling 631-940-TIXX or by visiting liducks.com and clicking on the tickets icon. The Ducks offer many packages available for groups with as little as 25 people to as many as 2,000. We offer block seating, pregame and in-game picnics, luxury suites, our exclusive Smokin' Al's party deck, and so much more. In addition, groups have the opportunity to take part in a variety of experiences, such as performing the national anthem or taking the field with the Ducks as the Dream Team. Group ticket packages for the 2017 season are now on sale. For more information on Ducks group outings, call 631-940-3825 or visit liducks.com. Looking for official Long Island Ducks merchandise, hard-to-find memorabilia, team apparel, and so much more? Then be sure to check out the Waddle Inn Shop, the official merchandise store of the Ducks. Fans can visit the shop online anytime at liducks.com by clicking on the merchandise icon. Store hours on game days are noon to 4 p.m. and during the game from inside the ballpark only. On non-game days, the store is open Monday to Friday from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Children 14 and under can become members of the Bethpage Federal Credit Union Long Island Ducks Kids Club today. Kids will receive a unique gift package and take part in a variety of fun activities that come with being a member of the Kids Club. For more information on how to sign your child up, please call 631-940-3825 during normal business hours. Quacker Jack, the 7-time Best Long Island mascot, is now available for appearances at parties and other special events throughout the Long Island community. Please contact the Community Relations Department at 631-940-3825 to find out more information and to book an appearance. Once again, thank you for tuning in to the Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network. Today's game will begin momentarily. You're tuned in to the Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network. Today's Long Island Ducks game broadcast will begin shortly. Every game this season will be broadcast live on the Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network with high-definition video and audio via Boxcast. Fans can tune into the game on the Ducks' official Facebook page and YouTube channel, as well as the team's official website, liducks.com. Thank you for tuning in, and stand by for complete coverage of today's game. 2017 Long Island Ducks season ticket packages are on sale now. Enjoy the best savings and most benefits available to cheer on your hometown team. 10-game mini plans are also on sale and offer fans the same great seats for 10 games throughout 2017, as well as many other exciting opportunities. To find out more information and secure your seats for the 18th season of Ducks baseball, please call 631-940-3825 during normal business hours. The Bethpage Ballpark box office is now open for individual ticket sales. Box office hours are Monday through Friday from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. and Saturday from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. Fans can also purchase their tickets by calling 631-940-TIXX or by visiting liducks.com and clicking on the tickets icon. The Ducks offer many packages available for groups with as little as 25 people to as many as 2,000. We offer block seating, pregame and in-game picnics, luxury suites, our exclusive Smokin' Al's party deck, and so much more. In addition, groups have the opportunity to take part in a variety of experiences, such as performing the national anthem or taking the field with the Ducks as the Dream Team. Group ticket packages for the 2017 season are now on sale. For more information on Ducks group outings, call 631-940-3825 or visit liducks.com. Looking for official Long Island Ducks merchandise, hard-to-find memorabilia, team apparel, and so much more? Then be sure to check out the Waddle Inn Shop, the official merchandise store of the Ducks. Fans can visit the shop online anytime at liducks.com by clicking on the merchandise icon. Store hours on game days are noon to 4 p.m. and during the game from inside the ballpark only. On non-game days, the store is open Monday to Friday from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Children 14 and under can become members of the Bethpage Federal Credit Union Long Island Ducks Kids Club today. Kids will receive a unique gift package and take part in a variety of fun activities that come with being a member of the Kids Club. For more information on how to sign your child up, please call 631-940-3825 during normal business hours. Quacker Jack, the 7-time Best Long Island mascot, is now available for appearances at parties and other special events throughout the Long Island community. Please contact the Community Relations Department at 631-940-3825 to find out more information and to book an appearance. Once again, thank you for tuning in to the Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network. Today's game will begin momentarily. You're tuned in to the Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network. Today's Long Island Ducks game broadcast will begin shortly. Every game this season will be broadcast live on the Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network with high-definition video and audio via Boxcast. Fans can tune into the game on the Ducks official Facebook page and YouTube channel, as well as the team's official website, liducks.com. Thank you for tuning in, and stand by for complete coverage of today's game. 2017 Long Island Ducks season ticket packages are on sale now. Enjoy the best savings and most benefits available to cheer on your hometown team. 10-game mini plans are also on sale and offer fans the same great seats for 10 games throughout 2017, as well as many other exciting opportunities. To find out more information and secure your seats for the 18th season of Ducks baseball, please call 631-940-3825 during normal business hours. The Bethpage Ballpark box office is now open for individual ticket sales. Box office hours are Monday through Friday from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. and Saturday from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. Fans can also purchase their tickets by calling 631-940-TIXX or by visiting liducks.com and clicking on the tickets icon. The Ducks offer many packages available for groups with as little as 25 people to as many as 2,000. We offer block seating, pregame and in-game picnics, luxury suites, our exclusive Smokin' Al's party deck, and so much more. In addition, groups have the opportunity to take part in a variety of experiences, such as performing the national anthem or taking the field with the Ducks as the dream team. Group ticket packages for the 2017 season are now on sale. For more information on Ducks group outings, call 631-940-3825 or visit liducks.com. Looking for official Long Island Ducks merchandise, hard-to-find memorabilia, team apparel, and so much more? Then be sure to check out the Waddle Inn Shop, the official merchandise store of the Ducks. Fans can visit the shop online anytime at liducks.com by clicking on the merchandise icon. Store hours on game days are noon to 4 p.m. and during the game from inside the ballpark only. On non-game days, the store is open Monday to Friday from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Children 14 and under can become members of the Bethpage Federal Credit Union Long Island Ducks Kids Club today. Kids will receive a unique gift package and take part in a variety of fun activities that come with being a member of the Kids Club. For more information on how to sign your child up, please call 631-940-3825 during normal business hours. Quacker Jack, the 7-time Best Long Island mascot, is now available for appearances at parties and other special events throughout the Long Island community. Please contact the Community Relations Department at 631-940-3825 to find out more information and to book an appearance. Once again, thank you for tuning in to the Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network. Today's game will begin momentarily.
This is Long Island Ducks baseball.
Justin Davies at the plate, the winning run at third. Crowd going nuts. Swung on, bouncing ball left side, off the mitt, up third baseman Brad Strauss. Here comes Willie Rodriguez. Justin Davies has done it again. The Ducks are one quack away from the championship. Jason Johnson makes the catch. He makes the catch, and the Long Island Ducks have swept the Camden River Sharks. They are the 2004 Atlantic League champions.
Going back is Adam Bailey. He settles under it. He makes the catch. Adam Bailey makes the catch. And for a second straight year, the Atlantic League trophy will reside on Long Island. The Ducks are the Atlantic League champions. Swinging a ground ball, hit toward short, charging in his lines. He fields, throws to first. The comeback is complete. From 2-0 down in the series, the Long Island Ducks have won 3 in a row at home. And for the 5th time in franchise history, they will head to the Atlantic League Championship Series.
And now it's time for the Long Island Ducks pregame show.
And live from Regency Furniture Stadium in Waldorf, Maryland, this is Long Island Ducks baseball on the Ducks Broadcast Network. Tonight, the Ducks take on the Southern Maryland Blue Crabs in game number 2 of a 4-game series and will look for their 8th win in a row. And a very pleasant good evening and welcome into the ballpark. My name is Joe Vasile and this is Long Island Ducks baseball on the Ducks Broadcast Network. Well, after a 1-0 win last night in an epic pitcher's duel between Matt Larkins and Darryl Thompson of the Blue Crabs, the only run was an unearned run that the Ducks got against the Southern Maryland bullpen. Meanwhile, Matt Larkins went the distance for Long Island, shutting out the Blue Crabs, and for Larkins, his second complete game shutout of the season. The Ducks won their 7th game in a row and have a 1.5 game lead over the Bridgeport Bluefish in the Liberty Division's second half standings. Who would have thunk it just a week ago? Entering play last Friday night, the Ducks were in 3rd place, 3.5 games behind Bridgeport, but this 7-game winning streak, coupled with some, quite frankly, mediocre play from the Bluefish and the Somerset Patriots, has allowed the Ducks to leapfrog both teams in the standings and take now a 1.5 game lead in 1st place. So things looking good for the Ducks here as we hit the home stretch of the season. This game number 104 of the year, and it's number 18 against Southern Maryland. Just 3 more, including tonight with the Blue Crabs, before the regular season series ends up getting wrapped up with the opponent that the Ducks took on right here in this very stadium on opening day. Blue Crabs tonight send the right-hander Drew Hayes to the mound. Hayes will be making his 3rd start of the season against Long Island. Made a couple of starts against them and had mixed results in July. 1 start at Bethpage Ballpark did not go very well for Hayes. He gave up 6 runs in 3 innings in that outing, but then in his very next turnaround in the rotation here at Regency Furniture Stadium, Hayes was much better. He ended up allowing just 1 run in 6 innings against the Ducks and got the win in that game. Meanwhile, Long Island sends left-hander Rafael Perez to the mound, who came back last game and had 6 shutout innings after a really turbulent month of July in which his ERA was over 7, creeping near 7.5. Perez looking to turn things around and rather keep the bounce back moving forward here in the month of August. So it's Drew Hayes for the Blue Crabs, Rafael Perez for the Ducks, who look to make it 8 straight wins. It's the longest winning streak of the season for the Ducks, and their longest since a 9-game winning streak at the end of April and the beginning of May back in the 2016 season. And so we'll take our first break here on the Long Island Ducks pregame show. When we come back, we'll take a look around the Atlantic League and get you caught up on the rest of the action throughout the circuit. Also, a quick check of out-of-town scores and matchups tonight in local MLB action. So that's what we've got coming up next. You're listening to the Long Island Ducks pregame show.
And you're listening to Ducks Baseball on Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network.
Going way back is Joe Holden.
And he is looking up, and that one is headed to field 5 at Robert Moses. The waves are gnarly, and the Ducks have tied it at 1. That was another home run for the Ducks. And Duck fans, what's more fun than a home run that helps the Ducks win a game? How about a homer that helps the community win? Chappie's Funeral Home and the Long Island Ducks have once again teamed up for the Chappie's Home Run Challenge. If the Ducks hit 100 homers this season, Chappie's Funeral Home will donate $5,000 to the Quackerjack Foundation. So every time a Ducks hitter goes deep this season, watch for the Chappie's Challenge home run count on the scoreboard. And if we reach 100, we're all a winner. Chappie's Funeral Home, where caring for others is a family tradition.
Can't get enough of the Long Island Ducks? Well, now you can get even more inside info on your favorite hometown team through Facebook and Twitter. The Ducks are constantly updating fans through social media with scores, transactions, ballpark promotions, and much more. You can even win great prizes. All you'll need to do is make a free account on Facebook and Twitter, and then visit us at facebook.com/LIDucks and twitter.com/LIDucks. Think you're Long Island's biggest Ducks fan? Get connected now.
And a pleasant good evening and welcome back to Regency Furniture Stadium. Joe Basile here with you on the Long Island Ducks pregame show today. We'll check out-of-town scores, or at least the out-of-town matchups from around the Atlantic League today. All teams scheduled to be in action. We'll start first at People's Bank Park, where the New Britain Bees are on the road taking on the York Revolution tonight. Continuing a series that started for those two clubs last night. 6:30 p.m. first pitch after New Britain was victorious 4-3 over the Revolution last night. Sugarland Skeeters are on the road today taking on the Bridgeport Bluefish after a win yesterday morning at the ballpark at Harbor Yard. The Skeeters and Bluefish are set for first pitch at 7:12 p.m. up in the Park City. And the final game in the Atlantic League today sees the Lancaster Barnstormers hosting the Somerset Patriots at 6:30 p.m. at Clipper Magazine Stadium. So that one just a couple of minutes away from getting underway after Somerset won the series opener 9-3 last night. We teased it a little bit in the opening segment, but we'll just quickly go down the standings in the Atlantic League. These are the second half standings. In the Freedom Division, the Lancaster Barnstormers are in first place with a 21-13 record here in half number 2. That gives them a one-game advantage over the York Revolution. It's been a neck-and-neck battle with Lancaster and York in the second half. Over in the Freedom Division, York is at 20-14 entering play tonight. Sugarland, in behind them, they're 5 games back, are the Skeeters at 15-17 overall. And Southern Maryland is 13-20 here in the second half. They're in last place, 7.5 games behind the Barnstormers. Meanwhile, in the Liberty Division, the Ducks are in first place at an 18-15 mark, a game and a half ahead of the Bridgeport Bluefish and the Somerset Patriots, who are both tied for second place, although Bridgeport has played 2 more games. Bridgeport 17-17, and Somerset is 16-16. And sitting in fourth place is the New Britain Bees with a 12-20 record, 5.5 games behind the Ducks. Although, that being said, New Britain has won their last 2 games. The Ducks have been the hottest team, though, in the Atlantic League, won winners of 7 in a row, 7-3 in their last 10, which is matched by the York Revolution, but again, 7 straight wins rattled off here by the Ducks. They look to make it 8 tonight behind left-handed starting pitcher Rafael Perez, who's 7-7 on the season with a 4.37 earned run average. 19 starts this year for Rafi. He's allowed 109 hits and 23 walks, good for a 1.39 whip, but has struck out 73 and allowed just 46 earned runs this season. And again, he had a little bit of a turbulent month of July, but is starting to get a little bit better and get back into the swing of things here as the calendar has turned to August. His opponent for the Southern Maryland Blue Crabs, Drew Hayes, is 6-5 with a 3.77 ERA. 86 innings pitched for Hayes, 81 hits allowed, 36 earned runs. He has surrendered, struck out 62, and walked 32. Opponents hitting just .252 against Hayes this season, who spent parts of last year in the major leagues with the Cincinnati Reds. Well, we also promised to let you know about what was going on in local Major League Baseball action. So why don't we do that now as the New York Mets continue their series at Citizens Bank Park tonight, taking on the Philadelphia Phillies. Mets were victorious yesterday, and they send Seth Lugo to the mound to take on Nick Pivetta of the Phillies. Also of note for the Mets, Dominic Smith, number 2 prospect in the organization behind Ahmed Rosario, called up from AAA Las Vegas last night. He'll make his Major League debut tonight for the Amazons. Meanwhile, the Yankees are at home in the Bronx taking on the Boston Red Sox as the rivalry resumes. Eduardo Rodriguez, a southpaw for Boston, gets the call. Meanwhile, the Yankees counter with the newly acquired Jaime Garcia. San Francisco Giants are taking on the Washington Nationals about an hour north of us here in Nationals Park in Washington, D.C. Chris Stratton is on the mound for San Francisco. Meanwhile, the Nationals send Edwin Jackson. That's local to us here in Southern Maryland, where the Blue Crabs will take on the Long Island Ducks here in just a matter of moments. The lineup cards have been exchanged at home plate, and so with the Blue Crabs still warming up out on the field, we'll take a step aside, come back, run down the starting lineups for both teams, and get you set up for a first pitch. You're listening to the Long Island Ducks pregame show on the Ducks Broadcast Network.
Hey fans, this is pitching coach Billy Horn, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network.
Oh, I love it! The color of my new Nicolot patio is so vibrant. It's unlike anything I've ever seen.
You're welcome. I'm just going to go finish that Nicolot walkway now.
Make your pavers vivid Nicolot pavers. The best looking, most vibrant pavers with the most 3-color blends in the industry. Featuring Nicolot's exclusive paver shield and color blending technology. With color throughout and guaranteed not to fade. Live life in color with Nicolot. Visit Nicolot.com.
Have your birthday at the ballpark this season and celebrate with the flock. Kona Ice birthday party packages with the Long Island Ducks are now available. Each package includes 10 box seats, a commemorative birthday t-shirt and autographed baseball, a pizza and Kona Ice party in the Hebrew National Picnic area, and so much more. Best of all, the birthday child will stand on the dugout while the entire crowd sings happy birthday. Reserve your party today by calling the group sales department at 631-940-3825. Kona Ice birthday parties with the Long Island Ducks, a once-in-a-lifetime experience.
And we'll welcome you back to Regency Furniture Stadium in Waldorf, Maryland. The Southern Maryland Blue Crabs and the Long Island Ducks set to do battle in Game 2 of a 4-game series. Let's get you the starting lineups. We'll start first with the home Southern Maryland Blue Crabs. Leading things off and playing third base is the switch-hitting Jose Lozada. After him's the shortstop Edwin Garcia and the designated hitter L.J. Hose. The cleanup hitter is the first baseman Michael Snyder, while Corey Vaughn plays center field and bats fifth. Zach Cohn is in right field hitting sixth, while Tucker Nathans is in left batting seventh. Ryan Wiggins does the catching for Southern Maryland tonight. He'll bat eighth, while the second baseman Brian Bistain bats ninth. Drew Hayes is on the mound for the Blue Crabs, who are managed by James Frisbee. Meanwhile, the Long Island Ducks send this lineup out against Hayes. Leading things off is the right fielder Quinton Berry. He's followed up by the center fielder Delta Cleary Jr. and the designated hitter Mark Krause. The first baseman Angelo Sanko bats fourth, while the third baseman Ruben Gotay will hit fifth tonight. Elmer Reyes is at shortstop batting sixth, while Anthony Vega mans left field and bats seventh. Giovanni Alfonso is at second base hitting eighth. And the catcher playing in his first game with the Ducks is Audie Effner. He'll bat ninth with Rafael Perez on the mound. We're set for the national anthem, so we'll take a step aside, come back, and get you the first pitch here from Regency Furniture Stadium. That's coming up next on the Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network.
Hey fans, this is Bud Harrelson, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network.
Oh, I love it! The color of my new Nicolot patio is so vibrant. It's unlike anything I've ever seen.
You're welcome. I'm just going to go finish that Nicolot walkway now.
Make your pavers vivid Nicolot pavers. The best looking, most vibrant pavers with the most 3-color blends in the industry. Featuring Nicolot's exclusive paver shield and color blending technology. With color throughout and guaranteed not to fade. Live life in color with Nicolot. Visit Nicolot.com.
Family fun every time.
Beautiful evening for baseball.
Big action every time.
He reaches up, it's gone!
Great value every time.
And the Ducks have won it 7-1.
The Ducks schedule is loaded with new promotions this season, and with an average ticket price of just $10 and free parking, there is no better value on Long Island. For game times and tickets, visit liducks.com. Long Island Ducks baseball. Good times every time.
Hey, Ducks fans, the official hotel of the Long Island Ducks is the Radisson Hotel, Hauppauge, Long Island. It's centrally located on the north shore of Long Island and offers a home away from home for both business and leisure guests. The Radisson Hotel, Hauppauge, Long Island features an indoor pool, 24-hour business center, a fitness center, and complimentary Wi-Fi in all guest rooms. Enjoy the contemporary American cuisine at the Fountain Grill restaurant or grab a quick bite to eat at Cafe Pronto. And best of all, it's only minutes away from Bethpage Ballpark. The Radisson Hotel, Hauppauge, Long Island, the official hotel of the Long Island Ducks. Call 631-231-1100 today. That's 631-231-1100. Long Island's Ford Giant is celebrating its 60th year anniversary. Stop by Sayville Ford to check out their state-of-the-art showroom featuring enclosed service drives, luxurious customer lounge, and a larger selection to choose from. Get giant savings on hundreds of new and used vehicles in stock. Sayville Ford's 60th anniversary celebration is going on now. Visit SayvilleFord.com or download the Sayville Ford app today to learn more about Sayville Ford's 60th anniversary savings. Call 631-589-4800 today.
Can't get enough of the Long Island Ducks? Well, now you can get even more inside info on your favorite hometown team through Facebook and Twitter. The Ducks are constantly updating fans through social media with scores, transactions, ballpark promotions, and much more. You can even win great prizes. All you'll need to do is make a free account on Facebook and Twitter, and then visit us at facebook.com/LIDucks and twitter.com/LIDucks. Think you're Long Island's biggest Ducks fan? Get connected now.
Have your birthday at the ballpark this season and celebrate with the flock. Kona Ice birthday party packages with the Long Island Ducks are now available. Each package includes 10 box seats, a commemorative birthday t-shirt and autographed baseball, a pizza and Kona Ice party in the Hebrew National Picnic area, and so much more. Best of all, the birthday child will stand on the dugout while the entire crowd sings happy birthday. Reserve your party today by calling the group sales department at 631-940-3825. Kona Ice birthday parties with the Long Island Ducks, a once-in-a-lifetime experience.
And a pleasant good evening and welcome to Regency Furniture Stadium in Waldorf, Maryland. It's time for Long Island Ducks baseball on the Ducks Broadcast Network. Hello everybody, my name is Joe Vasile and we welcome you into tonight's broadcast of Ducks baseball as the Long Island Ducks take on the Southern Maryland Blue Crabs in Game 2 of a 4-game series. Looking to win their 8th straight game, including 5 in a row over these Blue Crabs. Now the Ducks won 3 against Southern Maryland at home at Bethpage Ballpark earlier this week, and then they won in thrilling 1-0 fashion over the Blue Crabs last night in a great pitcher's duel between Matt Larkins of the Ducks and Darryl Thompson of the Blue Crabs. And now Quentin Berry is set to lead things off for Long Island against Drew Hayes, right-hander for the Southern Maryland Blue Crabs in tonight's action, as the Ducks again looking for their longest winning streak since April of last season. Hayes into the wind, and the first pitch of the night is swung on and foul-tipped at home plate by Quentin Berry, and the count is 0-1. First pitch coming in at 6:39 p.m. tonight, a couple of minutes behind the regularly scheduled 6:35 start time. Berry, a left-handed batter against the righty-tossing Hayes, now the 0-1. Fastball swung on and missed, and the count 0-2. Hayes making his 17th start of the year. He comes in with a record of 6 wins against 5 losses and a 3.77 earned run average. Hayes kicks and deals the 0-2. Fought off the fists by Berry off the facing of the suite level, and it came down and hit the netting and rolled down into the first row of seats. We'll do it again at 0-2. On the way, 78 degrees here at first pitch in Waldorf, Maryland. There's some possibilities of some showers later on tonight, but that should be long after this game is over as Berry breaks his bat and lines the pitch into center field for a base hit. So much like he got things going last night with a broken bat single, to lead off the game, Quinton Berry does it again here tonight. His second hit in the series. Last night after the single, he stole second base and got as far as third, where he was stranded. The Ducks scored the only run of the game in the top of the 8th inning last night. Alex Berg doubled, and then 2 batters later came home to score on a throwing error from Jose Lozada. So here's Delta Cleary Jr. now with Berry on first. First pitch from Hayes misses low, and the count 1 ball and 0 strikes. Cleary took an 0 for yesterday. He was 0 for 4 with a pair of strikeouts. Looking to get himself back on the right track, but his 6-game on-base streak snapped in last night's contest. Hayes works out of the stretch with a man on first, and the pitch. Fastball misses outside, and the count now 2 balls and 0 strikes. Middle infield playing almost a shift double play depth alignments. They're slightly shifted for Cleary to pull, but the middle infielder's still a double play depth. Third baseman Lozada off the line, way off the line as a matter of fact, but on the cut of the grass. 2-0 misses high and outside. Count 3 balls and 0 strikes now to Delta Cleary Jr. Delta hitting .256 on the season with a .305 on-base percentage. Both of those marks on their way up as of late. He's really started to turn it around after a slow start. Pick off at first, and Berry gets back in safely. It was a real rough go for the first 2.5 months of the year for Delta, but since mid-July, he's starting to look more like the guy who hit .320 last year. One of the top marks in the league. Berry with a healthy lead being held on by Snyder. Now Hayes' pitch. This is low and outside for ball 4. So that's the first walk of the game issued by Drew Hayes, and there's another Ducks walk presented by City MD Urgent Care. Over 15 City MD locations across Long Island. If you need a doctor, just walk in. So Drew Hayes in a little bit of trouble to get things going in the first. A broken bat single for Quinton Berry, and now a walk to Delta Cleary Jr. Puts runners on first and second with nobody out, and Mark Krause coming up to the plate. Krause was 0 for 4 yesterday, but he's been swinging a hot bat. Swinging a pickoff attempt back at second. It hits off of Quinton Berry's leg and goes into center field. And going down to second and third will be Berry and Delta Cleary Jr. That one probably hurt a little bit for Berry. Someone came in and caught him on the leg, or maybe it caught Edwin Garcia, the shortstop. It definitely hit off of someone, both Berry and Garcia. To the naked eye, I thought it was Berry. But considering that Berry doesn't seem to be hurt, and the Southern Maryland trainer is out examining what appears to be the right arm of the shortstop Edwin Garcia. That's Mitch Rosenthal, the athletic trainer for Southern Maryland. I suppose it ended up hitting off of Garcia's hands, as it looks like they're asking him to try and make a fist and release, as now manager James Frisbee will come out of the dugout. That'll be an error that allows the runners to move over. Charged against the pitcher, Drew Hayes, for the wild throw. So good to see that Garcia is all right enough to stay in the game. But the runners now have moved up 90 feet apiece. Second and third, nobody out, top of the first inning. Mark Krause at the plate. Hayes comes set, and the pitch. Fastball in for a called strike at the knees, and to count 0-1. Mentioned Krause 0 for 4 last night. That snapped a 3-game hitting streak. And the 3-game on-base streak has now reached in 22 of his last 26 games. Krause has reached base safely. 58 runs batted in, second on the team, and a chance for 2 with a base hit here. The pitch. Late swing and a foul ball that'll clear the top of the suite level and exit the stadium here at Regency Furniture Stadium. Count quickly 0-2. Well, we thank you for joining us on this beautiful Friday evening for baseball. First pitch, 78 degrees and partly cloudy. Here in Southern Maryland, there is a chance of some rain, but again, that's not really until 10, 11 at night that those percentages start to tick up above 50. Pitch to Krause, hit off the fists up the middle, fielded by the shortstop Garcia. They've got Cleary hung up in a rundown between second and third. Berry will come in and score. Now Cleary Jr. tries for third. They throw to the pitcher, Hayes, who will apply the tag. So Delta Cleary Jr. is out. Quinton Berry comes in to score. And Mark Krause heads down to second with an RBI fielder's choice ground out. There's one gone here in the inning. We'll get you the official scoring on that play here in just a second. Just want to make sure we confirm it all up. But it was the pitcher Hayes who made the tag. The shortstop Garcia originally gloved the ball. That'll bring Angelo Sanco up to the plate. Ducks leading 1-0 with one gone here in the first. Hayes comes set, a look back at second, and the pitch. Swing a line drive hit to left field, slicing, and that ball is going to go foul. Just does puff up some of the warning track in foul territory down the left field line. Count 0-1 to Sanco. Officially on the fielder's choice, it goes 6, the shortstop Garcia. To 5, the third baseman Lozada. To 4, the second baseman Bistain. To 1, to the pitcher Hayes. 6-5-4-1. Count 0-1 here to Angelo Sanco. Powerful left-handed batter. Now Hayes comes set and the pitch. Swing a foul back to the backstop. Count quickly 0-2. Defensive alignment for the Southern Maryland Blue Crabs. At first base, it's Michael Snyder. Second baseman is Brian Bistain. Shortstop Edwin Garcia. And Jose Lozada is at third base. In the outfield, Tucker Nathans is in left. Corey Vaughn is in center. Zach Cohn is in right. And Ryan Wiggins does the catching. Drew Hayes set, now the pitch. Runs high and inside, and the count now 1 ball and 2 strikes to Angelo Sanco. Sanco stuck on 19 home runs this season. It is 19th 2 weeks ago. A Friday night contest against the Bridgeport Bluefish up at the ballpark at Arbor Yard. Hayes comes set. Krause dances off second in the pitch. Late swinging a foul. That'll get up, hit off the roof, and then go down towards an empty seat behind the Blue Crabs dugout on the third baseline. Count remains 1 ball and 2 strikes to Sanco. 1 out. Top of the first inning, the Ducks lead the Blue Crabs 1-0. Hayes looks in at Wiggins for his signs. Now comes set with the tan glove. Drops it down to the belt to look back at second. The pitch. Swing a fly ball, lift in the air down the left field line. This one is twisting as well, and that one's going to stay fair. Hit off the warning track, and down into the corner it goes. Rounding third and heading for home is Mark Krause. In at second base, standing with an RBI double is Angelo Sanco, and the Long Island Ducks have taken a 2-0 lead here in the top of the first inning. Good job by Angelo Sanco to go to the opposite field. Not trying to pull the ball, which occasionally he does have the tendency to do. That time taking an extra base hit down the line and left into the corner. Now it's 2-0 Ducks as Ruben Gotay comes up to the plate. Still just 1 out here in the first inning. Hayes comes set, now the pitch to Gotay. And this is high and outside. And the count 1 ball and no strikes. Well, on this 7-game winning streak, this is entering tonight. Long Island Ducks have outscored their opponents 36-17, nearly doubling up their opponents. Pitch. This is upstairs. And the count now 2 balls and no strikes to go time. They're out hitting their opponents 64-44. Up 2-0 on Southern Maryland at the top of the first inning here tonight. Hayes comes set. Now delivers the 2-0. That one missed outside. Count 3 balls and no strikes. As Drew Hayes is struggling a little bit with his command here in this first inning. And that's always kind of been the knock on Hayes, going back to his days as a prospect in the Cincinnati Reds organization. As Hayes comes set, the 3-0 pitch to go time. Misses upstairs for ball 4. Second walk of the inning issued by Hayes, and that's another Ducks walk presented by City MD Urgent Care. Over 15 City MD locations across Long Island. If you need a doctor, just walk in to City MD Urgent Care. Pitching coach and manager James Frisbee out of the dugout to go talk with Hayes. Runners on first and second and 1 out. After his second walk of the inning, like we were saying, that was always a knock on Hayes, because he always had good stuff. He's got a fastball that runs in the mid-90s and can even touch some of the upper 90s velocities when he was working as a reliever coming up through the Reds organization. But the thing that was always the problem for him was harnessing his control and harnessing the command of his pitches. When it's on, he is lights out. But unfortunately for him, it just has never been able to find that consistency with his command. Hayes comes set. A look back at second. Now the first pitch to Elmer Reyes runs inside as Reyes has to back out of the way of it. Now it's 5 in a row out of the strike zone for Drew Hayes since the RBI double by Angelo Sanco. 2-0 the score in favor of the Long Island Ducks. We play in the top of the first inning with 1 out. Pitch. Swinging a foul ball back to the backstop. Count even up at 1 ball and 1 strike to Elmer Reyes. In fact, while Hayes was coming up through the Reds organization before making his major league debut last year at the age of 28, he spent 3 years in Double-A just working on harnessing his command because he had that much of a struggle with it. Pitch misses upstairs. It's now 2-1 to Reyes. Spent 3 separate seasons with the Pensacola Blue Wahoos down in the Southern League. Hayes comes set, and now the pitch. Swing and a miss by Reyes, and the count even up at 2 balls and 2 strikes. It looked like he might have chased one up and out of the strike zone. On 2-1, getting the high fastball that he was looking for. Hayes comes set. I'll look back at the runner at second base, Angelo Sanco, now the 2-2. Rides inside as Reyes has to jut his hips out of the way of the pitch to avoid being hit. And the count now full, 3 balls and 2 strikes. "25 pitches for Hayes already. Now the 3-2. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. Runners were going. Throw down to third. They got him. A strike him out, throw him out, double play ends the inning as Angelo Sanco is caught stealing 2-5 to end the frame. First strikeout of the night for Drew Hayes, and that is able to limit the damage here in the first to just 2 runs on 2 hits for Long Island. There was 1 error, and at the end of the day, just 1 was left on base. We go to the bottom of the first. It's 2-0, the score in favor of Long Island.
Hey fans, this is pitcher John Brownell, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network.
Bethpage Ballpark is a great place to watch a ball game, so why not do so from some of the best seats in the house? The Ducks are proud to present the brand new Long Island Ducks Beer Garden. Open for all fans on nights when the Smokin' Owl's party deck has not been reserved, the beer garden will feature a variety of frosty draft and bottled brews, as well as several food choices. The area has been decked out with bar rail seating and Ducks branded furniture to provide a comfortable atmosphere for everyone. Be sure to stop by and check out the brand new Long Island Ducks Beer Garden on your next visit to the ballpark.
Long Island's Ford Giant is celebrating its 60th year anniversary. Stop by Sayville Ford to check out their state-of-the-art showroom featuring enclosed service drives, luxurious customer lounge, and a larger selection to choose from. Get giant savings on hundreds of new and used vehicles in stock. Sayville Ford's 60th anniversary celebration is going on now. Visit SayvilleFord.com or download the Sayville Ford app today to learn more about Sayville Ford's 60th anniversary savings. Call 631-589-4800 today.
Fans, every walk by a Ducks batter this season is presented by City MD Urgent Care. With over 15 City MD locations across Long Island, offering the comprehensive quality care you need the moment you need it. City MD Urgent Care. Need a doctor? Just walk in. Well, the Long Island Ducks lead the Southern Maryland Blue Crabs 2-0 thanks to RBIs from Mark Krause and Angelo Sonko. In the top of the first inning, and now Rafael Perez will take on a Southern Maryland Blue Crab lineup of Jose Lozada, Edwin Garcia, LJ Hose, Michael Snyder, Corey Vaughn, Zach Cohn, Tucker Nathans, Ryan Wiggins, and Brian Bistain. So Lozada, the switch hitter, will bat from the right-hand side against the southpaw Rafael Perez. Looks to keep the momentum going strong after his excellent outing against Bridgeport on Sunday in his last start. He went 6 shutout innings, threw just 62 pitches before being removed from the game. Allowed 1 hit, walked 2, and struck out 3. As the first pitch to Lozada is a letter-high strike with a fastball, and the count 0-1. Lozada in last night's ball game finished 1 for 4 with an infield single. Now the pitch. In there for a called strike. Good fastball in the outside corner from Perez. The count quickly 0-2. Perez working quickly with nobody on base. That's usually his MO. A little bit more methodical once runners get on. Kicks and deals the 0-2. On the outside corner, strike 3 called. So good morning, good afternoon, and good night as Jose Lozada goes down looking on 3 straight fastballs from Rafael Perez. And it's 1 up and 1 down here in the bottom of the first inning for the Ducks lefty. That'll bring up Edwin Garcia. Shortstop hitting .259 on the season for Southern Maryland. Garcia, 1-4 on the season, on the game last night, 1 for 4. Pitch. One misses low from Perez. Count 1 ball and no strikes. A mention about Perez's really turbulent month of July, where he went 1-3 with a 7.4 earned run average. 1-0 pitch. It's on the outside corner. Good fastball on the count. Now even up at 1 ball and 1 strike. Gave up 17 earned runs in 20 2/3 innings pitched in July. If you take out all of his July numbers from his overall season stats, here's what his stat line reads. As the pitch is swung on and missed by Garcia, it's now 1-2. So if you combine his starts from April, May, June, and August, eliminating July, Perez would be 6-4 with a 3.53 earned run average. Now the pitch, swinging a ground ball, hit to third base. Glove by Gotay on the charge. He'll throw on to first in time to beat Garcia. It's 2 up and 2 set aside for Rafael Perez here in the first. A good start. Looking for that shutdown inning after the Ducks plated 2 in the top of the first to claim this 2-0 lead that they enjoy with 2 outs. The base is empty in the bottom of inning number 1. But overall in the year, Perez 7-7 with a 4.37 ERA and a 73-23 strikeout to walk ratio in 94 and 2/3 innings pitched entering tonight. Brings LJ Hose to the plate, and the first pitch calls the inside corner. Count 0-1. Hose, the only position player on the Southern Maryland Blue Crabs with Major League experience. Blue Crabs have 5 pitchers, including Drew Hayes, tonight's starter, who have seen time in the bigs. The pitch to Hose misses low. Count even up at 1-1 strike. Man on the mound, Rafael Perez, spent the 2006, 2007, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12 seasons with the Cleveland Indians. Perez into the windup, and now the 1-1. Fastball missed high. It's now 2-1 strike. Defensive alignment for Long Island at first base, Angelo Sanco. Second baseman is Giovanni Alfonso. The third baseman's Ruben Gotay. Now Reyes is the shortstop. Into the wind. Here's the 2-1 pitch to Hose. It misses low. Count now 3-1 strike. In the outfield, Anthony Vega is in left field. Delta Cleary Jr. is in center. And Quinton Berry is in right, while Audie Effner, former New York Yankees prospect, does the catching. Perez into the wind. Here's the 3-1 pitch. Fastball on the outside corner for a strike. It's now 3-2. And what a beautiful job of receiving that pitch by Audie Effner. He stole a strike that time for Perez in catching it and framing it so that home plate umpire Derek Moshe would call a strike. Now the payoff pitch. Late swing by Hose in a foul ball. And gets out of play down the right field line. Count will stay full. 3-2 strikes with Michael Snyder awaiting his turn on deck. It's a dangerous guy in that on-deck circle. Southern Maryland Blue Crabs, he comes into today tied with Sean Halton for the league lead in home runs, but he will not bat here as Hose swings and misses for strike 3. 2 strikeouts in the first inning for Rafael Perez, and he sets down the Southern Maryland Blue Crabs 1-2-3, making this another PSEG Long Island energy efficient inning. With energy efficiency programs from PSEG Long Island, saving on your electric bill is also as easy as 1, 2, 3. Visit PSEGLINY.com/save money. One more way, PSEG Long Island is making things work for you. We go to the top of the second. It's the Ducks 2 and the Blue Crabs nothing on the Ducks Broadcast Network.
Hey fans, this is shortstop Dan Lyons, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network.
PSEG Long Island is making things work for you with over 10 energy efficiency programs that can help you save on your monthly electric bill. From our free online energy analyzer and in-home energy assessments to rebates on energy efficient air conditioning, even discounts on LED light bulbs. Helping you save on electricity is our job. What to do with your savings?
Flight 85 now boarding for the Magic of Orlando.
Is entirely up to you. Visit PSEGLINY.com/save money. Just one more way PSEG Long Island is making things work for you.
Take your group out to the ball game this season and enjoy all the fun of Ducks baseball at discounted prices with the picnic area, luxury suites, the Smokin' Owls party deck, and so much more. Bringing your group to the game will be an unforgettable experience. The Ducks even offer opportunities to sing the national anthem, serve as the Ridgewood Savings Bank color guard, be the Nickolock Dream Team, put on a pregame performance, or shag fly balls during Ducks batting practice. To book your outing today, call 631-940-3825 and ask for the group sales department. Long Island Ducks Baseball. Good times every time.
Long Island Ducks lead the Southern Maryland Blue Crabs 2-0 as we start the top of the second inning. Anthony Vega will lead things off against Drew Hayes, and the first pitch is on the inside corner. It's called strike at a count 0-1 to Vega, the Ducks left fielder tonight. It'll be Anthony Vega, Giovanni Alfonso, and Audie Effner, 7, 8, and 9 in the Duck lineup. Pitch in for a called strike. It's now 0-2 to Vega. Vega hitting a .243 on the season with a .348 on-base percentage. Went 0 for 3 in yesterday's game that snapped a 12-game on-base streak, and Vega had collected. Now the 0-2, swing and a miss. He struck him out. Drew Hayes records his second strikeout of the night. That's out number 1 here in the second inning. 3 pitches to retire Anthony Vega. So to bring up Giovanni Alfonso, the second baseman. Alfonso had a busy night last night, reached base twice, once on a hit and once on an error, and stole 2 bases. First pitch to Gio, late swing and a foul ball off of the first base side. Count 0-1. That's notable because coming into last night's game, Giovanni Alfonso had stolen 2 bases in 4 attempts all season long. Now the pitch. This is outside. Looked like a breaking ball from Hayes. Count even up at 1. So Fonzie felt like running last night, was successful twice, so we'll see if he starts to do that more as the season wraps up, as he swings and lines one into left field for a base hit. Alfonso rounds first, he's digging for second. This one's dug out in the warning track by Tucker Nathans. He'll throw it back into the infield towards third base, and Giovanni Alfonso claps his hands together with a 1-out double. It's a man in scoring position for the Ducks here in the top of the second, already leading 2-0. So I'll bring Audie Effner up to the plate. And fans, there's no better time than now to sign up the young Ducks fan in your life for the Bethpage Federal Credit Union Ducks Kids Club. Children 14 and under will receive exciting gifts, discounts on merchandise, and unique experiences that only come with being a member. Sign up today or by visiting liducks.com or by calling 631-940-3825. So the first pitch to Audie Effner of his Ducks career misses low. The count 1 ball and no strikes. Effner, spelled A-F-E-N-I-R, comes to the Ducks after a short stint with the Lake Erie Crushers of the Frontier League. 1-0 pitch hit off the end of the bat and popped up on the infield. Pitcher Hayes giving way to the first baseman Snyder. And Michael Snyder will make the catch and run up the pitcher's mound for out number 2 in the inning. So Effner's Ducks debut, he pops up to first base for the second out here in the second inning. Alfonso has to hold at second base on the infield pop-up. That'll flip the lineup card over and bring up Quinton Berry for the second time. Berry singled to lead off the game. Broken bat line drive into center field and then came around to score on Mark Krause's fielder's choice. Left-handed batter against the righty throwing Drew Hayes. Hayes comes set. A look back at Alfonso at second. Now the pitch. Fastball in for a called strike at the knees to Berry, and the count 0-1. Berry, a former big leaguer, spent time in 2012 playing the World Series with the Detroit Tigers under manager Jim Leland, who's a guy that Berry talks very highly of. Pitch to Hayes, or rather from Hayes, misses low, and the count 1-1 to Berry. When Berry made his major league debut, he said, well, I thought I was going to be making my debut at Detroit and just coming along, and you know, they were going to bat me somewhere down at the bottom of the lineup, but Jim Leland put me in first. As the pitch swung on and fouled back. Got now 1 ball and 2 strikes as that one got into the protective netting behind home plate. And he said he was great to him as a young player, knowing how to help assimilate him in with a largely veteran clubhouse that Detroit had that year. And really helping him feel like he was part of the team, and again, talking about him like a very respected figure that Jim Leland is throughout baseball. Really given a good reason for that reputation he has, as the 1-2 pitch is down in the dirt. Count 2 balls and 2 strikes to Berry. Berry then a year later was with the Boston Red Sox during the 2013 season, winning the World Series as a member of the Red Sox. Got to the World Series there in the back-to-back years. Of course, lost to San Francisco in 2012. On the pitch, swinging a ground ball at the first base line, foul. Do it again at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Berry began this year with the Rochester Red Wings, AAA affiliates of the Minnesota Twins. Played a handful of games there before being released, and now a member of the Long Island Ducks, and hitting just 198. Although he has played a lot better than that might sound. Pitch. Misses low, and the count is now full. 3 balls and 2 strikes to Berry. He's got 4 doubles, a triple, 6 RBIs. Been with the Ducks for a little bit over a month now. Signed at the beginning of July. Runner at second, Alfonso. Here's the pitch. Swinging a ground ball hit towards the right side of the infield. Bistain ranges over to his left. Throw to first is not in time. Quentin Berry beats out the slow roller for an infield single. What great hustle by Berry. Just a tremendous play to beat out that routine ground ball. As Bistain, it wasn't any of his fault. He didn't waste any time. It's just between his positioning and how far he had to go into the hole to get that ball, and how well Berry runs, had no chance to get Berry. So an infield single for Quentin Berry puts runners on first and third with 2 outs and extends the inning for Delta Cleary Jr. 2-0 Long Island, top of the second inning, 2 outs. Drew Hayes comes set, drops his hands to the belt. And now a pickoff attempt at first, and Berry, the head first dive, is back in safely. Mentioned Berry had the stolen base last night. 12 stolen bases and has only been caught twice this year. Here's the pitch from Hayes. Misses upstairs. The count 1 ball and no strikes to Delta Cleary Jr. Delta drew a walk his first time up. So no official at-bats for Delta. Well, he has gotten on base. Hayes comes set. And now the 1-0 pitch. This is low and inside. Count 2 balls and no strikes. And that's been the thing with Delta. When he wasn't going well for the first couple months, he was up and swinging at the first and second pitch a lot. But during this recent stretch where he started to get back to his old ways, he's been a lot more selective at the plate. Waiting for his pitch as the pitch is hit on the ground up the third base line, and that one just goes foul. Wide of the bag at third. Good play, or rather good call made by the home plate umpire Derek Moshe. Was right on top of it that time. Count 2 balls and a strike now to Delta. Mentioned Derek Moshe a couple of times. He's the home plate umpire tonight. Nate Caldwell, last night's home plate umpire, man's third, and Mike Williams is the first base umpire. 3-man umpiring crew here in the Atlantic League. Hayes comes set, now the 2-1. Swing a ground ball hit to the left side. That'll snake through into left field for a base hit. Past the dive of the third baseman Lozada. In to score from third base is Giovanni Alfonso. And the Ducks take a 3-0 lead on an RBI single from Delta Cleary Jr. Quentin Berry gets down to second base on the play. The Ducks have their 3rd hit of the inning and already their 5th of the game. Take this 3-0 lead as now Mark Krause comes up to the plate with a chance to do some more damage. Krause reached on a fielder's choice as an RBI and came around to score. His first time up back in the first inning. Powerful left-handed batter, 6'2", 245 pounds. Now Hayes comes set, and the first pitch. Fastball in at the knees for a called strike to Krause, and the count 0-1. Drew Hayes on the mound, listed at 6'1", 205 pounds. Doesn't appear to quite be 6'1". Looks a little more stocky than that. Krause every bit of what he's listed at. This pitch is down low, and the count is now even up at 1 ball and 1 strike to Krause. It's Berry at second, Cleary Jr. at first. 2 gone here in the top of the second, a run home, and the Ducks leading 3-0. Meanwhile, Rafael Perez threw just 14 pitches and setting Southern Maryland Blue Crabs down 1-2-3 in the bottom of the first. He awaits his turn back on the mound, looking for a little extra insurance as 1-1 misses low and inside. Looks like a breaking ball that time from Hayes, and the count now 2-1. Krause's RBI, his 59th of the season. Still, though, one behind Angelo Sanco, who collected his 60th run batted into the year when he doubled to score Krause. That was back in the first. Here's the pitch. Swinging a drive, hit pretty well out towards right center field. This one could be trouble. Going back, Zach Cohn sticks up the glove, and he can't make the play. It goes all the way to the wall. One run is in. Here comes Cleary Jr. around third. He will score. It's a 2-run double for Mark Krause, and the Ducks take a 5-0 lead here in the top of the second inning. Boy, Mark Krause absolutely tattooed that ball out to right center field. And if we're here at Bethpage Ballpark, that's got a chance at clearing the wall. But here out to right center, it's just such deep dimensions at Regency Furniture Stadium. And Krause was limited to just a double, as Berry scored from second, and Delta Cleary Jr. came all the way around from first. So here's Angelo Sanco now with Krause on second base, and the Ducks up by 5, and Sanco hits one over the bag at third base and down the left field line. Rounding third and coming home to score is Krause. Heading into second base is Angelo Sanco. He will hold up there. It's another RBI double for Sanco, his second of the night, and the Ducks now have a 6-0 lead as 4 runs are home here in the top of the second inning. Boy, and Drew Hayes just having all kinds of trouble with the Long Island Ducks tonight. As we mentioned, he had made 2 previous starts against the Ducks. One went well here at home. One did not go so well up at Bethpage Ballpark. Now start number 3, not going so well for Drew Hayes. First pitch to Ruben Gotay. This is low and inside, and the count 1 ball and no strikes. 4 straight hits for the Ducks and 5 in this inning. We've got 6 runs on 7 hits already. Here's the pitch from Hayes. Fastball on the outside corner is in for a strike, and the count 1-1. Gotay drew a walk his first time up. That was one of 2 first-inning walks for Hayes. Comes set, exhales, and delivers. Swing a ground ball hit right out in front of home plate. Little topper swinging bunt for Gotay. Picking it up, the catcher Wiggins will throw him out, and that will retire the side here in the second. But the Ducks score 4 runs on 5 hits. There were no errors, and they leave 1 man on base. We go to the bottom of the second inning. It's the Ducks 6 and the Blue Crabs nothing here on the Ducks Broadcast Network.
Hey fans, this is outfielder Delta Cleary Jr. and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network.
Hey Ducks fans, the official hotel of the Long Island Ducks is the Radisson Hotel, Hauppauge, Long Island. It's centrally located on the north shore of Long Island and offers a home away from home for both business and leisure guests. The Radisson Hotel, Hauppauge, Long Island features an indoor pool, 24-hour business center, a fitness center, and complimentary Wi-Fi in all guest rooms. Enjoy the contemporary American cuisine at the Fountain Grill restaurant or grab a quick bite to eat at Cafe Pronto. And best of all, it's only minutes away from Bethpage Ballpark. The Radisson Hotel, Hauppauge, Long Island, the official hotel of the Long Island Ducks. Call 631-231-1100 today. That's 631-231-1100.
Baseball fans, the Long Island Ducks mobile app has officially arrived. Powered by Clear Vision Apps, it's your one-stop shop for all things Ducks baseball. Buy tickets straight from your mobile device. Receive game status updates with push notifications. Check out up-to-the-minute news and scores and interact with the Ducks on social media. Best of all, it's free. Download the Ducks mobile app today by visiting the App Store on your Apple-powered device or Google Play on your Android-powered device. The Long Island Ducks mobile app, with you wherever you flock to.
The Long Island Ducks Health Report is brought to you by Island Shore Physical Therapy, the official therapists of the Long Island Ducks. Well, for the Ducks, in terms of their injuries, David Aardsma is still inactive. He's on his way back from an injury. He's again, taking it day to day, so perhaps he'll be back this weekend. That is the hope. The same is the hope for Lou Ford, who's still day to day with that hamstring injury that's been nagging him quite a bit. And Jordan Pacheco on the disabled list with a wrist injury after he was hit by a pitch earlier this week. Leading things off in the bottom of the second for the Southern Maryland Blue Crabs will be Michael Snyder. Be followed up by Corey Vaughn and Zach Cohn as the Long Island Ducks lead the Southern Maryland Blue Crabs 6-0. First pitch from Rafael Perez in the bottom of the second is in for a called strike. A good fastball and the count 0-1. Rafael Perez needed just 14 pitches to strike out 2 in a 1-2-3 bottom of the first. We'll see how he responds after sitting on the bench for a while during that 4-run rally. Pitch misses low and skipped up to the plate by Perez. Count even up at 1 ball and 1 strike. Michael Snyder at .285 on the season, 29 doubles and 22 home runs. Tied for first in the league with Sean Halton of the Southern Maryland of the Lancaster Barnstormers. 1-1 pitch is swung on and missed. Count 1-2 now to Snyder. 6-0 Ducks on top, going for their 8th straight win. Pretty incredible, the run that this Ducks team has been on over the last week. Perez into the windup and now the 1-2. Swinging a ground ball hit to the right side, and that'll sneak through into right field for a base hit. So Michael Snyder picks up the first hit of the game for the Blue Crabs, shooting one through the vacant right side of the infield. It's a man on first and nobody out here in the bottom of the second inning for the Southern Maryland Blue Crabs, trailing the Ducks 6-0. Now to bring up Corey Vaughn. The Ducks had kind of a modified shift on against Snyder. Second baseman Alfonso was playing kind of up the middle, leaving a wide hole on the right side of the infield, and he's almost doing the same thing here against Corey Vaughn, playing the right-hander to pull on the left side of the infield as well. As the first pitch misses high and outside, count 1 ball and no strikes. And that was what allowed that jam shot by Snyder to sneak through. Alfonso's at normal depth. One probably doesn't get through and right for a base hit. Perez now working out of the stretch for the first time tonight. Deals the 1-0. Breaking ball misses low, and the count 2 balls and no strikes to Vaughn. And sure, it's easy to say, well, then they should just keep them where they normally are, so that way you don't give up those extra hits. But that almost defeats the purpose. I mean, look, if it says that Snyder is more likely to hit the ball to the left side, and so it makes sense to position your guys in one direction or another. The 2-0 is swung on and missed by Vaughn. Count now 2-1. It would behoove you to position your defenders in a way that's going to get you the most outs, because it's always very noticeable whenever a player beats the shift or gets a hit on a ball that wouldn't be a hit if the shift wasn't on. But what you don't see are all the hits that the shift takes away. Vaughn tags one towards left field. That'll get down and 2 off up against the wall. Michael Snyder will have the brakes thrown on at third base as Corey Vaughn cruises into second with a double. And the Blue Crabs have something cooking with nobody out here in the bottom of the second. It's runners on second and third, and Zach Cohn coming up to the plates. Snyder and Vaughn with back-to-back hits here to get things going. But yeah, you make passing reference to any hits went into the shift whenever a guy hits into the shift, but at the end of the day, the shift ends up taking away far more hits than it allows the other team to get. That's why teams do it. If that wasn't the case, and if the numbers didn't show that, teams wouldn't be shifting as much at any level. And it starts at the major leagues and trickles all the way down through the minors and here in the Atlantic League. The first pitch to Cohn is grounded foul up the third baseline, count 0-1. Zach Cohn, the right fielder, hitting .256 on the year for Southern Maryland. Got some power with 20 doubles, 9 home runs. Perez into the windup and the pitch. That's in at the knees, and the count 0-2. He's also very prone to the strikeouts. 98 strikeouts this year for Zach Cohn. 2 away from a century mark. Here's the pitch. Swinging a ground ball, foul. Chopper goes over the head of third base coach and manager James Frisbee. Can remain at 0-2. Cohn has the 5th most strikeouts in the Atlantic League. Michael Krause of New Britain has 116 to lead the way. And Travis Witherspoon of York has 110. Connor Bierfeld and James Skelton, also both of New Britain, are 3rd and 4th respectively. So Cohn trying not to be the 5th member of the 100 strikeout club in the Atlantic League this season. Not company that you want to be a part of. Here's the 0-2. Checked his swing, but he went around at the breaking ball down in the dirt. 3rd strikeout of the night for Rafael Perez as the catcher Effner places the tag on Cohn to complete the strikeout for out number 1 here in the 2nd. So that'll bring up Tucker Nathans, left-handed hitting left fielder. Nathans playing in just his 4th game with Southern Maryland. He's 2 for 9 at the plate so far. 222 average. First pitch, swung on and missed. Count 0-1. Nathans from Warwick, New York. Up in upstate. Runners on 2nd and 3rd, 1 out. Bottom of the 2nd, 6-0 Ducks in the pitch. Swing a fly ball lifted foul down the third base line. Gotai over for a look, and he runs out of room as that one hits way high up at the top of the stands and pops in and out of a fan's hands. Count 0-2 to Tucker Nathans. Michael Snyder led off the inning with a single through the right side of the infield. Corey Vaughn then doubled down the left field line to put runners on 2nd and 3rd without anybody out. Zach Cohn struck out. Now Perez deals the 0-2 to Nathans. Swing a fly ball lifted in the air pretty well to right field. Chasing Berry back. This will get the run home as Berry sticks the glove up and makes the catch. Tagging at 3rd and coming home to score is Michael Snyder. Heading to 3rd base is Corey Vaughn. The Blue Crabs are on the board. It's now 6-1 in favor of the Long Island Ducks after the sacrifice fly from Tucker Nathans. Nathans got good wood on the ball that time, but hit it out to the big part of the ballpark. Much like Mark Krause's double in the top of the 2nd inning, we're at Bethpage Ballpark. That's at least making a bid for a home run. Here at Regency Furniture Stadium, it's just a long out. But it does produce a run and get Southern Maryland on the board. Now Ryan Wiggins digs in and takes a first pitch fastball outside, and a count 1 ball and no strikes. Rafael Perez works out of the windup with the runner on 3rd base. 2 outs in the pitch. Swung on and missed, and the count even up at 1-1 to Wiggins. Ryan Wiggins did not play yesterday, hitting 161 overall in the season for Southern Maryland. Catcher has 4 home runs and 11 runs batted in, struck out 53 times and walked 6. Now the 1-1. Swung on and missed, and the count is 1 ball and 2 strikes. Rafael Perez has notched 3 strikeouts already tonight. Can he get a 4th here? The 1-2. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. Perez went to the off speed, and Wiggins was out in front of it, swinging and missing for strike 3. So Perez able to limit the damage to just 1 run on 2 hits. There were no errors, and 1 is left on base. We go to the top of the third. The score is the Long Island Ducks 6 and the Southern Maryland Blue Crabs 1. You're listening to the Ducks Broadcast Network.
Hey fans, this is right-handed pitcher Tyler Levine, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network.
Can't get enough of the Long Island Ducks? Well, now you can get even more inside info on your favorite hometown team through Facebook and Twitter. The Ducks are constantly updating fans through social media with scores, transactions, ballpark promotions, and much more. You can even win great prizes. All you'll need to do is make a free account on Facebook and Twitter, and then visit us at facebook.com/LIDucks and twitter.com/LIDucks. Think you're Long Island's biggest Ducks fan? Get connected now.
Going way back is Joe Holden, and he is looking up, and that one is headed to field 5 at Robert Moses. The waves are gnarly, and the Ducks have tied it at 1. That was another home run for the Ducks. And Duck fans, what's more fun than a home run that helps the Ducks win a game? How about a homer that helps the community win? Chappie's Funeral Home and the Long Island Ducks have once again teamed up for the Chappie's Home Run Challenge. If the Ducks hit 100 homers this season, Chappie's Funeral Home will donate $5,000 to the Quackerjack Foundation. So every time a Ducks hitter goes deep this season, watch for the Chappie's Challenge home run count on the scoreboard. And if we reach 100, we're all a winner. Chappie's Funeral Home, where caring for others is a family tradition.
Back here at Regency Furniture Stadium, New York Sports Day is one of the largest independent New York sports news sources out there. For coverage of the Long Island Ducks, Mets, Yankees, major and minor league baseball, basketball, football, hockey, and soccer, visit nysportsday.com. New York Sports Day, your independent Gotham sports news source. First pitch to Elmer Reyes of the top of the third inning. This is high and inside from Drew Hayes, and the count 1 ball and no strikes. Hayes has thrown 53 pitches through the first 2 innings. As the pitch is on the inside corner for a called strike to Reyes. Count now even up at 1-1. Allowed 6 runs on 7 hits. The Blue Crabs have committed an error. Meanwhile, the Blue Crabs have a run on 2 hits against Rafael Perez. 6-1, Long Island leads. Pitch to Reyes, chopped on the ground, right back to the mound. It's gloved by Drew Hayes, head high, and he throws on to first in time to retire Reyes. 1-3 on the ground out. That's out number 1 here in the third inning. So 1 up and 1 set aside as that'll bring Anthony Vega up to the plate. Vega led off the 4-run rally in the second inning by striking out swinging. And the man on deck, Giovanni Alfonso, doubled, and the runs began. The first pitch to Vega misses high and outside. The count 1 ball and no strikes. Vega now 0 for his last 4 at the plate, dating back to last night where he took an 0 for 3. 0-1-0. On the outside corner for a called strike, and the count is even up at 1-1. Good breaking ball that time from Hayes. Working quickly, the 1-1 pitch. This is upstairs. It's now 2-1. Fastball couldn't get in for a strike to Vega. Lights are on here at Regency Furniture Stadium. Sky's beginning to darken overhead, but the sun not down yet. 2-1 pitch, swung on and missed by Vega. The count even up at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Many different shades of blue overhead right now. Pitch. This is outside, count full now to Vega. 3 balls and 2 strikes. There's darker blues, lighter blues, Carolina blues. Even a couple of tinges of red and purple way out in the distance. 3-2 pitch to Vega, swung on and missed, strike 3. Third strikeout of the night for Drew Hayes, and the second time that he's gotten Vega to go down. There's now 2 up and 2 set aside here in the third. 6-1 the score in favor of the Long Island Ducks. That'll bring Giovanni Alfonso up to the plate. Alfonso doubled and came around to score on Delta Cleary Jr.'s RBI single back in the third. Or rather, back in the second, I should say. as the first pitch to Alfonso here in the third. This is inside of the count, 1 ball and no strikes. Mark Krause with 3 RBIs and 2 runs scored. Angelo Sonko with a pair of RBI doubles leading the Ducks today as Alfonso swings and misses. Count now 1-1. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Swinging a fly ball, hit out towards right center field. This will hang up long enough for Cone, who has to adjust course and head back on the ball at the last minute to make the catch, and that will retire the side. The Ducks go down 1-2-3 for the first time tonight. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left on base here in the third. Long Island still leads it 6-1, heading to the bottom of the third over Southern Maryland. You're listening to the Ducks Broadcast Network.
Hey fans, this is infielder Elmer Reyes, and you're listening to Duck Baseball on the Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network.
M&V Limousines is the official bus company of the Long Island Ducks. Family owned and operated, they've been in the business for over 24 years. M&V Limousines offers coach buses with Wi-Fi and restrooms, party buses, exotic limousines, and also recently acquired Hampton Luxury Liner with regular service from New York City to the Hamptons. They also offer a variety of vineyard tour options. Whether you're looking for transportation for weddings, proms, corporate outings, or long-distance trips, they've got the right vehicle for you. Visit their showroom in Comac or check them out online at mvlimo.com. M&V Limousines and Hampton Luxury Liner, the official bus company of the Long Island Ducks.
Family fun every time.
Beautiful evening for baseball.
Big action every time.
He reaches up, it's gone!
Great value every time.
And the Ducks have won it 7-1.
The Ducks schedule is loaded with new promotions this season, and with an average ticket price of just $10 and free parking, there is no better value on Long Island. For game times and tickets, visit liducks.com. Long Island Ducks Baseball. Good times every time.
Hey Ducks fans, the final out of the top of the third inning was the 15th out of tonight's ball game. Did you know that a 15-minute call to Geico could save you 15% or more on your car insurance? Get a free quote today. Call 1-800-947-AUTO. That's 1-800-947-AUTO. Or you can visit geico.com. Brian Bistain will lead things off for Southern Maryland in this bottom of the third inning. He'll be followed up by Jose Lozana and Edwin Garcia, 9-1-2 in the Blue Crabs lineup. Long Island Ducks lead the Southern Maryland Blue Crabs 6-1 here on this Friday night. The Ducks looking for their 8th straight win. They've won 7 in a row, dating back to last Friday's 11-10 Waterloff victory over the Bridgeport Bluefish. Rafael Perez into the windup, and the first pitch to Brian Bistain is a fastball on the outside corner for a called strike, and the count 0-1. Bistain hitting .201 on the season, 6 doubles, and a home run. 14 runs batted in. The pitch and on the ground towards shortstop, gloved niftily by Elmer Reyes, and he throws on to first in time to retire Bistain, as I'm pretty sure I just made that word up. Out number 1 here in the third inning. So 2 pitches yields it out for Rafael Perez here in the third. That'll flip the lineup card over and bring up Jose Lozada. First time through for Perez. 1 run on 2 hits. Struck out 4, didn't walk anybody. 2 ground ball outs. And 1 fly out. First pitch to Lozada is on the outside corner for a called strike. Good fastball, and the count 0-1. Lozada took 3 straight pitches, all for strikes to lead off the game for Southern Maryland. Went down just like that. Into the wind, the pitch. Swing and a miss by Lozada, and the count quickly 0-2. Looked like Perez took a little something off of that pitch. I don't think it was the changeup. Might have been a cut fastball or something. Had a nice little movement and a little bit slower than normal. Count 0-2. Perez winds and fires. Now the pitch. Swing and a miss. Lozada strikes out swinging for the second out here in the inning, and that's the 5th strikeout for Rafael Perez on the game today. Perez, his season high in strikeouts is 8. He's done that twice. Once against these Blue Crabs back in early July. I guess there's just something for Perez against the Blue Crabs. Here's the first pitch to Edwin Garcia. This is outside. The count 1 ball and no strikes. Garcia 0 for 1. He grounded out to shortstop his first time up. Now here's the pitch. Swing a ground ball hit out towards shortstop. Reyes charging. He throws to first. That's in time to retire Garcia. 6-3 on the ground out for out number 3 here in the third. It's a 7-pitch inning for Rafael Perez, and he's through 3. The Long Island Ducks lead the Southern Maryland Blue Crabs 6-1 here from Regency Furniture Stadium. You're listening to the Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network.
Hey fans, this is pitcher David Artsma, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network.
Long Island's Ford Giant is celebrating its 60th year anniversary. Stop by Sayville Ford to check out their state-of-the-art showroom featuring enclosed service drives, luxurious customer lounge, and a larger selection to choose from. Get giant savings on hundreds of new and used vehicles in stock. Sayville Ford's 60th anniversary celebration is going on now. Visit SayvilleFord.com or download the Sayville Ford app today to learn more about Sayville Ford's 60th anniversary savings. Call 631-589-4800 today.
Bethpage Ballpark is a great place to watch a ball game, so why not do so from some of the best seats in the house? The Ducks are proud to present the brand new Long Island Ducks Beer Garden. Open for all fans on nights when the Smokin' Owl's party deck has not been reserved, the Beer Garden will feature a variety of frosty draft and bottled brews, as well as several food choices. The area has been decked out with bar rail seating and Ducks branded furniture to provide a comfortable atmosphere for everyone. Be sure to stop by and check out the brand new Long Island Ducks Beer Garden on your next visit to the ballpark.
Six to 1, the Long Island Ducks lead the Southern Maryland Blue Crabs as we get set to start the top of the 4th inning. Woody Effner will lead things off for the Ducks, followed by Quinton Berry and Delta Cleary Jr., 9-1-2 in the Ducks lineup. And in this 4th inning, we'll get you the Ducks' 4th inning trivia question, where we test your knowledge of the Long Island Ducks and baseball as a whole. First pitch to Effner is on the inside corner for a called strike, count 0-1. Effner playing in his first game as a Duck, popped up to first base his first time up, and he swings and drives one pretty well out towards left field. Going back to left fielder Nathan, he'll watch it hit high off the mini monster. Rounding first, heading for second, Effner the throw, and he is safe with second base. Boy, that one was hit hard, and Effner, not really a speedy runner, able to get into second base just ahead of the strong throw from Tucker Nathans. So it's the first hit of his Ducks career for Audie Effner. And the 8th hit of the game for Long Island against Drew Hayes. Runner in scoring position with nobody out here in the top of the 4th inning, and Quinton Berry coming up to the plates. Hayes comes set at the belt, and the first pitch, Berry pops up a bunt. Coming in the pitcher, Hayes calls everyone off and makes the catch, and that's out number 1 here in the inning. So Berry pops up on a bunt attempt. Not really a sacrifice there. Looked like more he was trying to drag a bunt up the first base line for a hit. Ended up getting underneath the ball and popping it up. So 1 out. Delta Cleary Jr. comes up to the plate. He's 1 for 1. An RBI single, a run scored, and a walk in today's game. So tonight's 4th inning trivia question, and there's a reason why we're asking this. Will come after this pitch. Just swung on and fouled back by Delta. The count 0-1. The Major League record for strikeouts by a single pitcher in a 9-inning game, emphasis on 9-inning game, is 20. It has been done 5 times by 4 individuals. Who are the 4 people to strike out 20 in a game? Pitch swung on and missed by Delta Cleary Jr. in the count 0-2. There is one Atlantic Leaguer who has done it, though he was in the Atlantic League long after he struck out 20 in a game in the major leagues. Count 0-2 to Delta Cleary Jr. with Effner on second base. As Drew Hayes steps off the rubber. Now gets back on, takes a look back at second, setting the pitch, swung on and missed. Delta Cleary Jr. goes down on strikes. 4th strikeout of the game for Drew Hayes, and that's the second out here in the 4th inning. But the reason why we're asking you that question tonight is because today is the anniversary of an interesting minor league game. It was played back in 1963. Remember, the Auburn team, by the name of Paul Alsbach, struck out 24 batters in a New York Penn League game. Auburn was a Mets affiliate at the time, and he struck out 24 batters in a game on this day back in 1963. The first pitch to Krause is in for a called strike, and to count 0-1. Nobody's ever struck out 24 in a major league game, though there has been one person to strike out 21, although that was in a 12-inning affair back in the 60s, and that's a whole other story. Pitch to Krause. Swung on and golfed into shallow right center field, coming on the center fielder Vaughn, and he traps it. Rounding third and heading for home is after the throw. Not in time. It gets away from the catcher Wiggins. And Mark Krause heads on down to second base with what will be an RBI single, and then he was moving down to second on the throw. So Mark Krause now with 4 RBIs in his first 3 trips to the plate today. That'll extend the inning and bring up Angelo Sunko as the Ducks now lead it 7-1. Sunko at the plate, a pair of RBI doubles today, and importantly, both of them going the opposite way to left field. First pitch to Sunko, swinging a pop-up in a shallow left field. Going back, Garcia, the shortstop, coming in the left fielder, Nathans. And only Tucker Nathans making the catch for out number 3 here in the inning. But the Ducks score another run on 2 more hits, no errors, and they leave 1 man on base here in the 4th. We go to the bottom of the 4th inning, 6-1, or rather 7-1, pardon me, the score in favor of Long Island.
Hey fans, this is pitcher Matt Larkins, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network.
PSEG Long Island is making things work for you with over 10 energy efficiency programs that can help you save on your monthly electric bill. From our free online energy analyzer and in-home energy assessments to rebates on energy efficient air conditioning, even discounts on LED light bulbs. Helping you save on electricity is our job. What to do with your savings?
Flight 85 now boarding for the magic of Orlando.
Is entirely up to you. Visit psegly.com/save money. Just one more way PSEG Long Island is making things work for you.
Take your group out to the ball game this season and enjoy all the fun of Ducks baseball at discounted prices with the picnic area, luxury suites, the Smokin' Owls party deck, and so much more. Bringing your group to the game will be an unforgettable experience. The Ducks even offer opportunities to sing the national anthem, serve as the Ridgewood Savings Bank color guard, be the Nicolak Dream Team, put on a pregame performance, or shag fly balls during Ducks batting practice. To book your outing today, call 631-940-3825 and ask for the group sales department. Long Island Ducks Baseball. Good times every time.
And welcome back to Regency Furniture Stadium, getting set for the bottom of the 4th inning. Between the Long Island Ducks and the Southern Maryland Blue Crabs, Joe Vasile here with you on the Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network tonight. It's the Ducks 7 and the Blue Crabs 1 through 3.5 innings. As Rafael Perez gets back to the mound facing L.J. Hose, Michael Snyder, and Corey Vaughn. Well, we were letting you know earlier tonight there was a possibility of some rain coming through later on, and was just informed in between innings there looks like there's a cell about 30 to 45 minutes away that's headed in this general direction. Now, of course, that's quite some time out, and, well, quite frankly, weather does whatever the heck it wants, so there's no guarantee, but that's something to monitor here moving forward as the first pitch to Hose is in for a strike, the count 0-1. Of course, for this game to be official with the Ducks leading, we'll have to get through 5 full innings. Rafael Perez into the wind and the pitch. Swing and a miss by Hose, and the count 0-2. Perez has done his part today, 39 pitches through 3 innings, has struck out 5 and allowed a run on 2 hits. The Ducks have 7 runs on 9 hits off of Drew Hayes. Perez kicks and deals the pitch. Misses low, and the count is 1 ball and 2 strikes now to the former big leaguer Hose, who struck out swinging his first time up. So perhaps Mother Nature playing a role here in this contest, as again tomorrow there's a lot of rain in the forecast. Thunderstorms almost all day as the pitch from Hose is fouled back, and we'll do it again at 1-2. So really imperative to get this one in today. Get this one official, because certainly don't want to have to risk playing a doubleheader on getaway day on Sunday or tomorrow when looks like there's a lot of rain in the forecast, and of course you don't want to lose a game. Pitch to Hose is ripped down the left field line, and that'll hit off the facing of his seats down near the Legends Club restaurant. We'll do it again at 1 ball and 2 strikes. And for what it's worth, I mean, the percentages are not terribly high for rain here in Waldorf. But, well, if you work in baseball long enough, you know not to trust those percentages very much. 1-2 pitch to Hose, swung on and fouled back high off the netting behind home plate. Back in this direction, we'll do it again at 1 ball and 2 strikes. As L.J. Hose has put himself together a nice little at-bat here against Rafael Perez, fouling off 3 straight pitches, all with 2 strikes. Perez has the sign from Effner. Shakes his head in agreement and goes into the windup. Effner sets up inside the pitch. This is low and outside. Perez just missed his spot. Threw it out of the strike zone. Count even up at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Long Island Ducks 2 in the first, 4 in the second, and 1 in the fourth. The Blue Crabs got their run in the second. 2 balls and 2 strikes the count. Fans cheering on L.J. Hose. Now the pitch. This is low and the count full, 3-2. Base is empty with Hose up at the plate, leading off here in the bottom of the fourth. Perez into the wind and the payoff pitch. Just does miss. Not sure where, but it missed for ball 4. Since we're so high up here behind home plate, it's not always the easiest to judge the height of pitches. But I don't know. Maybe it was low to Hose? I don't know. First walk of the night issued by Rafael Perez puts L.J. Hose aboard at first base. With nobody out here in the bottom of the fourth inning, and brings up Michael Snyder, who singled through the right side of the infield and came around to score his last time up. Ducks with the shift on against Snyder as the first pitch misses upstairs. Count 1 ball and no strikes. It's the right-handed non-traditional version of the shift. The second baseman Alfonso shaded towards the second base bag, but still on the right side of the bag. Elmer Reyes, the shortstop, playing a little bit further over towards the hole short than he normally would. And the third baseman, Gotai, closer to the line at third than his normal positioning. Now the 1-0. This is high and outside. Count 2 balls and no strikes. So 5 in a row out of the strike zone for Rafael Perez after all those foul balls by LJ Hose. Just needs to come in with something here to find the zone again. So you know Snyder knows that, and he'll be sitting on a good pitch. 2-0. Swing a ground ball hit to third base. Charging hard, Gotai. Bare hands, but can't field it cleanly. And everybody's going to be safe. Hose down to second. Snyder aboard at first with an infield single. And it's runners on first and second with nobody outs here in the bottom of the 4th inning. So now Rafael Perez pitching with a 6-run lead here in the bottom of the 4th inning. Running into a little bit of turbulence. Corey Vaughn up at the plate. Vaughn doubled to left field his first time up. Perez out of the stretch. A look back at second in the pitch. Swinging a ground ball hit to third. Gotai with a dive, grabs it, and then bobbles it, and everyone's safe. The bases are loaded with Blue Crabs here in the bottom of the 4th inning after Ruben Gotai dove to keep the ball in the infield and then bobbled it, taking it out of his glove. It'll be an infield single for Corey Vaughn to load up the bags and bring up Zach Cohn, who can make this a much closer game with one swing of the bats, though the wind is blowing in from center field. Cohn struck out swinging his first time up. 0 for 1 today. Struck out 99 times this year. Here's the pitch from Perez. Swinging a ground ball hit to third. Gotai fields, throws to second for 1. Relay to first in time, double play. A run comes home to score as LJ Hose touches up home plate. But the Ducks more than eager to trade the 2 outs for the 1 run. Michael Snyder advances to third on the play. And no RBI for Zach Cohn on the run-producing double play ball. That'll bring up Tucker Nathans. Sacrifice fly and an RBI back in the top of the 2nd inning. There's no official at-bats for Nathans. He's got a man on third and 2 outs. Perez winds and fires the first pitch. Nathan swings and drives it out towards left field, slicing towards Anthony Vega, backing up, and he makes the awkward catch back in front of the warning track for out number 3. So for the Blue Crabs here in the inning, 1 run on 2 hits, no errors, and well, we'll say 1 was left on base. We go to the 5th. It's 7-2, Long Island on the Ducks Broadcast Network.
Hey fans, this is Yuri De La Rosa, left-hander pitcher, and you are listening to Ducks Baseball on the Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network.
Hey Ducks fans, the official hotel of the Long Island Ducks is the Radisson Hotel Hauppauge, Long Island. It's centrally located on the north shore of Long Island and offers a home away from home for both business and leisure guests. The Radisson Hotel Hauppauge, Long Island features an indoor pool, 24-hour business center, a fitness center, and complimentary Wi-Fi in all guest rooms. Enjoy the contemporary American cuisine at the Fountain Grill restaurant or grab a quick bite to eat at Cafe Pronto. And best of all, it's only minutes away from Bethpage Ballpark. The Radisson Hotel Hauppauge, Long Island, the official hotel of the Long Island Ducks. Call 631-231-1100 today. That's 631-231-1100.
Hey Ducks fans, stay up to date with Long Island's hometown team by visiting Quack of the Bat, the official blog of the Long Island Ducks. Quack of the Bat will bring Ducks fans beyond the headlines with in-depth feature articles, breaking news stories, game previews, post-game wrap-ups, and so much more. Interact with the team during the entire season through quotes directly from the players and coaches, as well as exclusive video clips and photos. Check out the blog today at quackofthebat.wordpress.com. Quack of the Bat, the official blog of the Long Island Ducks.
Fans, you can warm up with a hot cup of Hampton Coffee Company gourmet coffee available at the concession stands at Bethpage Ballpark. Both regular and decaf, Hampton Coffee is the preferred coffee of the Long Island Ducks. You can visit hamptoncoffeecompany.com or visit their cafes in the Hamptons. We get things started in the top of the 5th inning. Ruben Gotay leads off against Drew Hayes, and the first pitch comes in and is a strike on the outside corner, and the count is 0-1 to Ruben Gotay. Gotay bobbled a couple of balls in the infield, not his usual sure-handed self, as he swings and fouls off the 0-1. Now 0-2. Both of them were ruled infield singles, but I'm sure Gotay probably feels that he should have had both plays made. 0-2 pitch. Late swing and another foul ball by Gotay on the third baseline. Keep it at 0-2. Though the reason why they were ruled infield singles is because they were both plays that required a high degree of difficulty. One was a bare hand play, another a diving play made by Gotay at third. 0-2 pitch misses low. It's now 1-2. But you could see, especially after the diving play where he bobbled the ball, getting it out of his glove, and the body language was that he felt bad about messing it up, even though, again, it was a high degree of difficulty. 1-2 misses high and outside, now 2 balls and 2 strikes. So I can't really fault Ruben for that. I mean, there's a lot of third basemen in this league and in many other leagues who don't make either of those 2 plays that he had the opportunity to make. 2-2, fouled off again. Do it again at 2 balls and 2 strikes to Gotay. Ruben 0 for 1 today, grounded out to the catcher on a swinging bunt in front of home plate his last time up. And he also walks. Now the pitch. Another swing and a foul ball back over the top of Sweet Level. Do it again at 2 balls and 2 strikes. 7-2 the score in favor of the Long Island Ducks here in the top of the 5th inning. Because of all the hubbub in the bottom of the 4th, we never got a chance to answer our 4th inning trivia questions, so we'll do that here in this half inning. Into the windup, Hayes deals the 2-2. And misses high and outside, and the count now full, 3 balls and 2 strikes. Our question was that the Major League record for strikeouts in a 9-inning game is 20 by one pitcher. It's been done 5 times by 4 different pitchers. We wanted you to name those pitchers as Gotay swings and misses at the 3-2. He goes down on strikes. 5th strikeout of the game for Drew Hayes, and the first out here in the top of the 5th. Now bring Elmer Reyes up to the plate. He's 0 for 2 in the game. We gave you the hint that one of those 4 is a former Atlantic leaguer. When we get you the answer, we'll give you him first. As the first pitch to Elmer Reyes is ripped down the left field line. That'll be extra bases heading towards the corner. It rattles up against the picture of Pope Francis as Reyes turns first and digs in his second standing with a 1-out double here in the 5th inning. That is the 10th hit of the game for Long Island. It's also the 6th double of the game for the Ducks. The most doubles they've had in a game this season already, and we're only in the top of the 5th inning. We've had 5 a couple of times, last on the 4th of August against Bridgeport. First pitch to Anthony Vega misses low. The count 1 ball and 0 strikes. So let's answer the 4th inning trivia question. The former Atlantic leaguer to do the 20 strikeout game in the major leagues was Roger Clemens, who of course was a Sugarland Skeeter for a short period of time. 1-0 pitch, swung on and missed, and the count 1-1. That was back in the 2012 season that Clemens was a Skeeter. He struck out 20 in a game twice, once in 1986 and then again 10 years later in 1996. Hayes comes set. Look back at second and now the 1-1. Vegas swings and misses. The count 1 ball and 2 strikes. Of course, Kerry Wood, in perhaps what is the greatest game ever pitched, in 1998, struck out 20 Houston Astros in a one-hit shutout at Wrigley Field. That was in 98. Randy Johnson also struck out 20. Remember the Arizona Diamondbacks as Vega swings and misses at the 1-2 pitch. He goes down on strikes for the 3rd time tonight. 6 strikeouts now for Drew Hayes. There's 2 gone here in the top of the 5th inning. 7-2 the score in favor of the Long Island Ducks with 2 outs. That'll bring Giovanni Alfonso up to the plate, who's 1 for 2 with a double and a run scored. Elmer Reyes still standing at second base. And the 4th pitcher to strike out 20 in a game is, of course, Max Scherzer, who did it last year with the Washington Nationals. First pitch to Giovanni Alfonso is swung on and fouled off. The count 0-1. Again, geographically speaking, we are about an hour south and east of Washington, D.C. Or 52 minutes if you prefer the Google Maps version. I prefer the estimation version. Hayes set in the 0-1. Swinging a foul ball lifted back over our heads here in the press box. Count now, no balls and 2 strikes to Giovanni Alfonso. Elmer Reyes, second base. He doubled with 1 out against Drew Hayes, the 10th hit of the game for Long Island Ducks. Looking for their 8th straight win. Hayes comes set. A look back at second base. And now the pitch. Swinging a line drive, lifted foul down the right field line. That'll get out of play. Do it again at 0-2. And of course, the reason why we asked you that question, we teased it in the top of the 4th after I posited that to you. But in case you missed the explanation of why that was the question tonight, it's because this day in 1963, up in the New York Penn League, there was a 24 strikeout game. He's come set now, the 0-2. Swing a line drive, hit down the right field line, twisting. That one will go foul up by the kids' area. And the counter remained 0-2 to Giovanni Alfonso, who spoiled off a couple of 2-strike pitches, very tough ones from Drew Hayes, in his quest to come up with a base knock and stay alive. Again, there is some weather pending tonight. Later on, this game 4 outs away from becoming official. Now Hayes is set. Look back at second in the 0-2. This is high and inside. The count now 1 ball and 2 strikes to Giovanni Alfonso. Alfonso, the only Duck over 300 this season, hitting at .302, coming into play today. That's gone up some with his hit already as he swings and fouls this one off again down the right field line. And again, the count will be 1 ball and 2 strikes. It's 8 doubles, 2 home runs, and 31 runs batted in. Has been the architect of 3 out of the Ducks' 5 waddle-off victories. Hayes set the pitch. Swinging a line drive, foul again down the right field line. And we'll do it again at 1 ball and 2 strikes. And just from looking at the radar, we are very fortunate to not be getting poured on, showing that the entire Waldorf area is supposed to be raining right now as the 1-2 pitch is down in the dirt, blocked by Wiggins, but he couldn't get it cleanly, and heading down to third base on the wild pitch, it's going to be Elmer Reyes. Now 2 balls and 2 strikes to Giovanni Alfonso, who continues to work the count here in this at-bat. Here's to hoping Mother Nature stays the heck away. There are some dark clouds rolling in off to our left. The 2-2 misses inside. Count now full. 3 balls and 2 strikes to Alfonso. So a full count. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Top of the 5th inning. It's Long Island 7 and Southern Maryland 2. Hayes comes set. And now the pitch. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. Giovanni Alfonso goes down on strikes as Drew Hayes strikes out the side here in the 5th inning. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and a man left on base for the Ducks. We're through 4 1/2. It's Long Island 7 and Southern Maryland 2. You're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Ducks Broadcast Network.
Hey fans, this is pitcher Tim Millville, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network.
Going way back is Joe Holden, and he is looking up, and that one is headed to field 5 at Robert Moses. The waves are gnarly, and the Ducks have tied it at 1. That was another home run for the Ducks. And Duck fans, what's more fun than a home run that helps the Ducks win a game? How about a homer that helps the community win? Chappie's Funeral Home and the Long Island Ducks have once again teamed up for the Chappie's Home Run Challenge. If the Ducks hit 100 homers this season, Chappie's Funeral Home will donate $5,000 to the Quackerjack Foundation. So every time a Ducks hitter goes deep this season, watch for the Chappie's Challenge home run count on the scoreboard. And if we reach 100, we're all a winner. Chappie's Funeral Home, where caring for others is a family tradition.
Can't get enough of the Long Island Ducks? Well, now you can get even more inside info on your favorite hometown team through Facebook and Twitter. The Ducks are constantly updating fans through social media with scores, transactions, ballpark promotions, and much more. You can even win great prizes. All you'll need to do is make a free account on Facebook and Twitter, and then visit us at facebook.com/LIDucks and twitter.com/LIDucks. Think you're Long Island's biggest Ducks fan? Get connected now.
Well, you might have seen it there in between innings, but officials from the Southern Maryland Blue Crabs out chatting with the umpiring crew. Of course, with pending weather coming in, getting ready to hit us here at Regency Furniture Stadium, really it's more a matter at this point of when is it going to come through, as some members of the Southern Maryland bullpen are making their way out to the clubhouse right now to already seek shelter. Give you an idea of how soon this weather is coming. Long Island Ducks lead the Southern Maryland Blue Crabs 7-2. We're 3 outs away from this game becoming an official contest. Of course, there is a good chance, because the way that the cell is coming through, Waldorf is right at the bottom of it, so there is a good chance, well, maybe not a good chance, but there is a chance that it just misses us completely, and that obviously is the ideal situation. We get a full 9 in, we can play a whole game without any kind of delay. But, of course, you know what they say about the best laid plans of mice and men. Here in the bottom of the 5th inning, leading things off will be the catcher Ryan Wiggins. He'll be followed up by Brian Bistain and Jose Lozada. That's 8, 9, and 1 in the Southern Maryland lineup. First pitch from Rafael Perez is a better high strike, and the count 0-1. Good fastball from the Ducks left-hander, and the count is 0-1. Pitch swung on and missed by Wiggins, and the count quickly 0-2. Boy, those skies out beyond third base are getting awfully dark, and not just because the sun is setting. Those are not happy little clouds, as Bob Ross would say. Those are angry clouds. 0-2 pitch from Perez. Swinging a fly ball lifted on the right side of the infield. Second baseman Alfonso taking charge. And he makes the catch on the pop-up for out number 1 here in the 5th inning. So 1 up and 1 set aside for Rafael Perez here in the 5th inning. We'll check scores from around the Atlantic League here in this frame as Brian Bistain comes up to the plates. The New Britain Bees lead the York Revolution 5-2 in the bottom of the 5th inning at People's Bank Park in York tonight. New Britain won 4-3 yesterday, so the Bees trying to put together a winning streak against the second-place team from the Freedom Division. As the first pitch to Brian Bistain is fouled off down the right field line, and he'll get well out of play, count 0-1. Somerset Patriots lead the Lancaster Barnstormers 6-1. That game in the bottom of the 5th inning at Clipper Magazine Stadium in Lancaster. So the top 2 teams in the Freedom Division both trailing to their Liberty Division foes in the bottom of the 5th tonight. Pitch to Bistain is swung on and fouled back to the backstop. Count now 0-2. Lancaster 1 game up on York in the second half of Freedom Division standings coming into play tonight after both teams lost yesterday. And the final game going on in the Atlantic League outside of this one is the Sugarland Skeeters and the Bridgeport Bluefish. 0-2 pitch to Bistain, hit on the ground out towards shortstop. Gobbled up by Reyes. His throw on to first is in time to retire Brian Bistain for the second out here in the inning. So 2 up and 2 set aside for Rafael Perez on just 6 pitches. That'll bring up Jose Lozada. Skeeters and the Bluefish, I should say, are tied at 1 in the bottom of the 3rd inning at the ballpark at Harbor Yard tonight. That game, the only non-6:30 start in the league. First pitch on the way is swung on and missed by Lozada, and the count 0-1. Jose Lozada has not had a night to write home about against Rafael Perez. Took a called 3rd strike his first time up, and struck out swinging his second time up. Both times going down on just 3 pitches. Perez into the windup, the 0-1. Swung on and missed, and a count 0-2. Local MLB action, the Mets and the Phillies playing a back-and-forth contest at Citizens Bank Park tonight. Phillies just scored to tie the game up at 4 in the bottom of the 4th inning. Home run for Michael Conforto and Yoenis Cespedes have given the Mets runs, and the Yankees trailed the Boston Red Sox 2-0 in the bottom of the 3rd as Jose Lozada swings and misses for strike 3. He's now struck out 3 times against Rafael Perez and seen a total of just 6 pitches. We go to the 6th inning of an official game. It's 7-2 in favor of the Long Island Ducks. You're listening to Long Island Ducks Baseball.
Hey fans, this is infielder Mark Krause, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network.
Oh, I love it! The color of my new Nicolot patio is so vibrant. It's unlike anything I've ever seen.
You're welcome. I'm just going to go finish that Nicolot walkway now.
Make your pavers vivid Nicolot pavers. The best looking, most vibrant pavers with the most 3-color blends in the industry. Featuring Nicolot's exclusive paver shield and color blending technology. With color throughout and guaranteed not to fade. Live life in color with Nicolot. Visit Nicolot.com.
Have your birthday at the ballpark this season and celebrate with the flock. Kona Ice birthday party packages with the Long Island Ducks are now available. Each package includes 10 box seats, a commemorative birthday t-shirt and autographed baseball, a pizza and Kona Ice party in the Hebrew National Picnic area, and so much more. Best of all, the birthday child will stand on the dugout while the entire crowd sings happy birthday. Reserve your party today by calling the group sales department at 631-940-3825. Kona Ice birthday parties with the Long Island Ducks, a once-in-a-lifetime experience.
Follow all season long as the Long Island Ducks try to meet the Chappie's Home Run Challenge. If the Ducks hit 100 home runs this season, Chappie's Funeral Homes will donate $5,000 to the Quackerjack Foundation. Chappie's Funeral Homes, where caring for others is our family tradition. We go to the top of the 6th inning. The score 7-2 in favor of the Long Island Ducks. It will be a 9-1-2 in the Ducks lineup, two up against Drew Hayes, Audie Effner, Quinton Berry, and Delta Cleary Jr. Hayes struck out the side of the 5th inning, and he winds and fires the first pitch to Effner. This is high and outside at the count 1 ball and no strikes. Effner 1 for 2 today, popped up to first and doubled. Now the pitch. This is low and outside at the count 2 balls and no strikes. Now the pitch. Comes in at the letters for a called strike. And the count now 2-1 to Effner, playing in his first game as a Long Island Duck. Drew Hayes, pitch number 101 on the night, is swung on and missed. Count now even up at 2 balls and 2 strikes to Effner. Now the pitch. Breaking ball misses outside, and the count full, 3 balls and 2 strikes. Drew Hayes trying to battle his way through 6 innings. He's thrown exactly 6 innings in his last 3 starts. Pitch swung on and driven high in the air and pretty deep to center field. Chasing Vaughn back, still going back at the warning track. He can't get there. It one hops up and over the wall. It'll be a ground rule double for Audie Effner, who has made himself a very impressive debut in a Ducks uniform. How about that? Powering a ground rule double over the wall in center field. Effner with his 2nd double of the night and the 7th 2-base hit by Long Island in this game. Again, expanding a season high for the club in doubles. I'll bring up Quinton Berry with a man on second and nobody out. The first pitch is swung on and fouled off down the left field line, and the count 0-1. Berry's had himself a productive night at the plate, 2 for 3 with 2 runs scored. Also popped up to the pitcher trying to drag a bunt. Hayes comes set, looks back at second, now the pitch. Swing a drive hit in the air pretty well to right field, but that's the wrong part of the ballpark as Zach Cohn circles around and makes the catch. Effner tags and will head to third on the play. Good heads-up base running to advance on the deep fly ball to right field. So the fly out goes F9 for Berry. First out of the inning, but it's a productive one as Effner heads on down to third. That'll bring up Delta Cleary Jr. and first it's going to bring manager James Frisbee out of the dugout for the Southern Maryland Blue Crabs, and not sure whether this is going to be it and the end of the line for Drew Hayes or just a defensive meeting. Looks like it'll just be a defensive meeting and giving the right-hander warming up in the bullpen for the Southern Maryland Blue Crabs a little bit of extra time just to throw some warm-up pitches. And that's exactly what it will be, as Drew Hayes remains in the game, well over 100 pitches. By the way, tonight's attendance just comes across the wire. Paid crowd of 3,967. So here's Delta Cleary Jr. First pitch misses outside. The count 1 ball and no strikes. Delta playing center field, 1 for 2 today. A walk, a run scored, an RBI, and a strikeout. Pitch. This is low, and it's now 2 balls and no strikes to Delta. It's Audie Effner aboard at third base. He's already scored 1 run today. The Ducks as a team have scored 7. Hayes set, now the pitch. Swing a line drive, hit down the right field line. If it's fair, that's in for a base hit as it falls down fair. Cleary rounds first, heads for second. Here comes the throw. It comes in and it hits Cleary and rolls away. In to score easily from third is Effner. It's an RBI double for Delta Cleary Jr., the 8th two-base hit of the night for the Ducks, and it's now 8-2, Long Island on top. That'll bring up Mark Krause as the Ducks again with 8 doubles in 5 1/3 innings, and now James Frisbee will come out of the dugout, and that is going to be it for the right-hander Drew Hayes. So we'll take a step aside here in the top of the 6th inning with the Ducks leading 8-2. Delta Cleary Jr. on second and 1 out, and when we come back we'll let you know about the new pitcher coming in for the Southern Maryland Blue Crabs. You're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network.
Hey fans, this is pitcher Dennis O'Grady, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network.
PSEG Long Island is making things work for you with over 10 energy efficiency programs that can help you save on your monthly electric bill. From our free online energy analyzer and in-home energy assessments to rebates on energy efficient air conditioning, even discounts on LED light bulbs. Helping you save on electricity is our job. What to do with your savings?
Flight 85 now boarding for the magic of Orlando.
Is entirely up to you. Visit psegly.com/save money. Just one more way PSEG Long Island is making things work for you.
Take your group out to the ball game this season and enjoy all the fun of Ducks baseball at discounted prices with the picnic area, luxury suites, the Smokin' Owls party deck, and so much more. Bringing your group to the game will be an unforgettable experience. The Ducks even offer opportunities to sing the national anthem, serve as the Ridgewood Savings Bank color guard, be the Nicolak Dream Team, put on a pregame performance, or shag fly balls during Ducks batting practice. To book your outing today, call 631-940-3825 and ask for the group sales department. Long Island Ducks Baseball. Good times every time.
Well, the new pitcher in the game for the Southern Maryland Blue Crabs is the right-hander Craig Stem. He relieves Drew Hayes after 5 1/3 innings, where he allowed 12 hits and to this point 8 runs, walked 2, struck out 7, and is responsible for Delta Cleary Jr. on board at second base. The Ducks have hit 8 doubles tonight. That ties a franchise record for most doubles in a game that they also did at the York Revolution on May 31st, 2013, as Mark Krause swings the first pitch and grounds it fair up the first base line. Nice play made by Michael Snyder going down to the ground to pick it. And he shovels underhand to Stem in time to retire Krause for the first outs, or rather for the second out here in the inning. But Delta Cleary Jr. advances to third on the ground out, 3-1 if you're keeping score at home. So now we have a medical visit to the mounds, or rather out to first base is Michael Snyder, being attended to by Southern Maryland Blue Crabs trainer Mitch Rosenthal and James Frisbee, the manager, after that awkward pick as he went down to the ground on a slide to catch Krause's ball, and looks like he's going to be coming out of the game in favor of Patrick Palmero. So that's huge for the Blue Crabs to lose Snyder in this game, trailing by 6 here in the top of the 6th inning. And hopefully it's nothing too serious for Snyder that's going to keep him out for any length of time. Not only because you never want to see anybody hurt, but because the Blue Crabs also have that big playoff game on Monday against Lancaster, where the winner of that game, which is going to be played here, goes to the playoffs. Wins the first half. First pitch to Angelo Sanko is rolled over on the ground to second base, picked there and thrown on to first by Brian Bistain, and coming in and throwing 2 pitches and retiring 2 batters is Craig Stem, putting an end to the inning. But the Long Island Ducks score another run on 2 more hits, no errors, and they leave 1 man on base. We go to the bottom of the 6th inning. It's the Ducks 8 and the Blue Crabs 2. You're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network.
Hey fans, this is infielder Mark Krause, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network.
Oh, I love it! The color of my new Nicolot patio is so vibrant. It's unlike anything I've ever seen.
You're welcome. I'm just going to go finish that Nicolot walkway now.
Make your pavers vivid Nicolot pavers. The best looking, most vibrant pavers with the most 3-color blends in the industry. Featuring Nicolot's exclusive paver shield and color blending technology. With color throughout and guaranteed not to fade. Live life in color with Nicolot. Visit Nicolot.com.
Have your birthday at the ballpark this season and celebrate with the Flock. Kona Ice birthday party packages with the Long Island Ducks are now available. Each package includes 10 box seats, a commemorative birthday t-shirt and autographed baseball, a pizza and Kona Ice party in the Hebrew National Picnic area, and so much more. Best of all, the birthday child will stand on the dugout while the entire crowd sings happy birthday. Reserve your party today by calling the group sales department at 631-940-3825. Kona Ice birthday parties with the Long Island Ducks, a once-in-a-lifetime experience.
Well, we welcome you back to Southern Maryland here at Regency Furniture Stadium. Joe Vasile here with you on the Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network tonight. Long Island Ducks lead the Southern Maryland Blue Crabs 8-2 as we start play here in the bottom of the 6th. Edwin Garcia will lead off for Southern Maryland, followed by L.J. Hose and Patrick Palmero, who came into the game with 2 outs in the top of the 6th after Michael Snyder had to leave at first base with an injury for the Southern Maryland Blue Crabs. If we get an update, which I wouldn't anticipate getting, we will pass that information along. So Rafael Perez into the windup in the first pitch to Garcia. It's a fastball in the inside corner for a called strike, and the count 0-1. Garcia 0 for 2 today, grounded out to shortstop both of his trips. Now the pitch. He misses low, and the count is even up at 1 ball and 1 strike to Garcia. Went 1 for 4 in yesterday's ball game, so is now 1 for 6 overall in the first 2 games of this 4-game series. Perez into the wind, now the 1-1 pitch. Swinging a line drive hit into right field for a base hit, past the outstretched glove of Giovanni Alfonso. Edwin Garcia records the 5th base hit of the game for the Southern Maryland Blue Crabs, and it's in leadoff style here in the bottom of the 6th inning. The Ducks scored 2 runs in the top of the 1st, 4 in the top of the 2nd. 1 in the top of the 4th and 1 in the top of the 6th. Southern Maryland has gotten their runs 1 at a time in the bottom of the 2nd and the bottom of the 4th. They've been doing all their scoring in even innings after getting the leadoff man on base. So we'll see if that trend continues here with Garcia at first and nobody outs. First pitch from Perez to L.J. Hose is in for a called strike. On the count 0-1. Hose in today's game 0 for 1. He struck out, walked, and came around to score back in the 4th inning. Rafael Perez has struck out 6 and walked just the 1 batter. Pitch. Swung on and missed by Hose, and the count now 0-2. In that 4th inning, the Blue Crabs loaded the bases with nobody outs. But then Zach Cohn hit into a 5-4-3 double play, and Tucker Nathans flew out to left field to let only 1 run score. Now the pitch, swinging a fly ball lifted high in the air and deep to left field, but playable here for Anthony Vega. He circles around and makes the catch. That's out number 1 here in the inning. So L.J. Hose looked like off the bat got a lot more on that one, and it ended up going for an easy fly out made by Anthony Vega. That holds Edwin Garcia to first base as now Patrick Palmero will come up to the plate for the first time. Palmero played in yesterday's game, manned first base and went 1 for 3 with a single, a ground out, and a strikeout. Hitting just above the Mendoza line on the season. Here's Perez's first pitch, swinging a ground ball hit up the middle and through into center field for a base hit. Edwin Garcia goes station to station and stops at second base as Patrick Palmero collects a one-out base hit to put runners at first and second. Here in the sixth for Corey Vaughn, who's 2 for 2 today. Vaughn has a double and an infield single to his credit so far. Vaughn, the center fielder for Southern Maryland, trying to put together a rally here in the bottom of the sixth, trailing 8-2. Perez out of the stretch, first pitch. Fastball catches the outside corner for a called strike, and the count is 0-1. Zach Cohn awaits his turn on deck. Barring an inning-ending double play, he'll be the next batter up. Perez comes set again, and the pitch. Taken for a called strike in the outside corner. Good fastball from Perez. And the count now 0-2. 8 runs on 12 hits, no errors for Long Island. 2 runs on 6 hits and 1 error for Southern Maryland. Rafael Perez comes set, takes a look back at second, now the 0-2. Sweet, a ground ball hit up the middle and into center field for a base hit. Rounding third and coming home to score is Edwin Garcia, as Delta Cleary Jr. fields it and throws toward third base. That'll hold the runner, Palmero to second as Garcia comes around to score. And it's now 8-3 in favor of Long Island's an RBI single for Corey Vaughn, who's now 3 for 3 today. It's going to bring Ducks pitching coach Billy Horn out to the mound to have a meeting with the entire infield as well as Rafael Perez and the catcher Audie Effner. Runners on first and second still for Southern Maryland with a run home in the bottom of this 6th inning. It's Perez and Elmer Reyes now having a little bit of an extended chat. Ruben Gotay at third base, the only Duck infielder not a part of that meeting on the mound. Just talking to James Frisbee over by the third base bag. 1 gone here in the bottom of the 6th and a run home for Southern Maryland. They trail Long Island 8-3. Here's the first pitch from Perez. Swinging a line drive hit by Zach Cohn, a sinker in the left field, but picked off by Vega. He throws behind the runner Palmero at second, and he got back in standing. So Cohn flies out to left field on the first pitch. That's out number 2 here in the 6th inning. And now Rafael Perez is 1 batter away from getting through this inning, limiting the damage to just the 1 run. It's really interesting. In all of the odd innings today, innings 1, 3, and 5, Perez has set Southern Maryland down 1, 2, 3. In innings 2, 4, and 6, Southern Maryland has got the leadoff man on, and that man has come around to score. First pitch on the way to Tucker Nathans is a fastball in at the knees for a called strike. And the count 0-1. Nathans, a sacrifice fly and an RBI back in the 2nd inning. And he also flew out to left to end the 4th. Perez bent over at the waist. Now comes to the high setup around the shoulders. The pitch. Swing and a miss by Nathans. And a big hack at a high fastball and came up empty. And the count quickly 0-2. Run on 3 hits here in the 6th inning for Southern Maryland, looking to add to that here. Rafael Perez comes set. The 0-2, swing and a miss, he struck him out. Good slider by Perez as he picks up his 7th strikeout of the night, and that puts an end to the 6th inning. 1 run on 3 hits, no errors, and the Blue Crabs leave 2 on base. We go to the 7th. It's the Long Island Ducks 8 and the Southern Maryland Blue Crabs 3. You're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Ducks Broadcast Network.
Hey fans, this is pitcher Rob Rogers, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network.
M&V Limousines is the official bus company of the Long Island Ducks. Family owned and operated, they've been in the business for over 24 years. M&V Limousines offers coach buses with Wi-Fi and restrooms, party buses, exotic limousines, and also recently acquired Hampton Luxury Liner with regular service from New York City to the Hamptons. They also offer a variety of vineyard tour options. Whether you're looking for transportation for weddings, proms, corporate outings, or long-distance trips, they've got the right vehicle for you. Visit their showroom in Comac or check them out online at mvlimo.com. M&V Limousines and Hampton Luxury Liner, the official bus company of the Long Island Ducks.
Family fun every time.
Beautiful evening for baseball.
Big action every time.
He reaches up, it's gone!
Great value every time.
And the Ducks have won it 7-1.
The Ducks schedule is loaded with new promotions this season, and with an average ticket price of just $10 and free parking, there is no better value on Long Island. For game times and tickets, visit liducks.com. Long Island Ducks Baseball. Good times every time.
Well, we go to the top of the 7th inning. The score 8-3 in favor of the Long Island Ducks. Craig Stem remains in the game to start his first full inning of relief for the Southern Maryland Blue Crabs. We'll go up against Ruben Gotay, Elmer Reyes, and Anthony Vega, 5, 6, and 7 in the Ducks lineup. As well as you might be able to tell, that weather that was potentially going to be coming through, at least for the time being, has held off as we've kept playing baseball without any interruptions. Always a good thing. Here's the first pitch to Gotay, swinging a ground ball hit over the bag at first and off the glove of Rafael Pomero and into shallow right field. Now Gotay rounds first, he's heading for second, and he'll get in there standing with what should be a leadoff double for the Ducks here in the 7th inning, as on the first pitch, Ruben Gotay collects himself a 2 base hits, the 9th double of the game for the Long Island Ducks, and that sets a new franchise record for most doubles in a single game. So the Ducks rewriting the record books here tonight, leading the Southern Maryland Blue Crabs 8-3. I'll bring Elmer Reyes up to the plate. Craig Stem comes set, a look back at second in the pitch. Fastball comes in at the letters for a called strike at a count 0-1. Reyes 1 for 3 today with a double, a strikeout, and a ground out. Ducks with now 13 hits. Pitch, swinging a soft looper hit in the shallow center field. Going back to second baseman Bistain makes the catch and then goes down into a slide to stop his momentum as Ruben Gotay scampers back into second base. Nice play made by the second baseman Bistain on the pop-up. Route number 1 here in the 7th inning. So Gotay holds at second base, and that'll bring up Anthony Vega, who was 0 for 3 with 3 strikeouts in today's ball game. Stem comes set. Look back at second. Now the pitch to Anthony Vega is swung on and lifted in the air, foul down the left field line. That'll get out of play and into the stands. Count 0-1. Vega happy to see Drew Hayes gone. As we mentioned, all 3 of those strikeouts, they all came against the Southern Maryland starter Hayes. Stem taking a long time here. Now the pitch. Catches the inside corner for a strike. It's 0-2. Vega took the fastball. Now the pitch gets away from the catcher. Wiggins all the way to the backstop and advancing to third on the wild pitch. It's going to be Ruben Gotay. The count now 1-2 to Anthony Vega. Stem has one get away from him low and inside. Getting away from the catcher. The count, 1 ball and 2 strikes now to Vega. Was able to lay off. Pitch swung on and missed. Vega goes down on strikes. The golden sombrero tonight for Anthony Vega. 0 for 4, 4 strikeouts. It's the 8th strikeout of the night for Southern Maryland pitching, and the first for Craig Stem. So that'll bring Giovanni Alfonso up to the plates. First pitch on the way to Fonzie. Swinging a chopper, hit out towards shortstop. Played on 2 long hops by Edwin Garcia. His throw to first is in time to get Alfonso. And that's out number 3 here in the inning. So the Ducks get the leadoff double from Ruben Gottheim and can't do anything with it. No runs, a hit, no errors, and a man left on base. We're through 6.5 here at Regency Furniture Stadium. It's the Ducks 8 and the Southern Maryland Blue Crabs 3 on the Ducks Broadcast Network. Time to get up and stretch.
Hey fans, this is outfielder Angelo Sanko, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network.
Long Island's Ford Giant is celebrating its 60th year anniversary. Stop by Sayville Ford to check out their state-of-the-art showroom featuring enclosed service drives, luxurious customer lounge, and a larger selection to choose from. Get giant savings on hundreds of new and used vehicles in stock. Sayville Ford's 60th anniversary celebration is going on now. Visit SayvilleFord.com or download the Sayville Ford app today to learn more about Sayville Ford's 60th anniversary savings. Call 631-589-4800 today.
Baseball fans, the Long Island Ducks mobile app has officially arrived. Powered by Clear Vision Apps, it's your one-stop shop for all things Ducks baseball. Buy tickets straight from your mobile device. Receive game status updates with push notifications. Check out up-to-the-minute news and scores and interact with the Ducks on social media. Best of all, it's free. Download the Ducks mobile app today by visiting the App Store on your Apple-powered device or Google Play on your Android-powered device. The Long Island Ducks mobile app, with you wherever you flock to.
Fans, don't forget to stop by the Waddle-In Shop on your next visit to the Duck Pond, where exclusive hard-to-find Ducks memorabilia is now on sale. Proceeds benefit the Quacker Jack Foundation, the charitable arm of the Long Island Ducks. We go to the bottom of the 7th inning. Rafael Perez remains in the game for the Ducks. He's thrown just 77 pitches so far. And he'll face Ryan Wiggins, Brian Bistain, and Jose Lozada, 8-9-1 in the Southern Maryland Blue Crabs lineup. The Ducks lead the Blue Crabs 8-3 in Game 2 of a 4-game series at Regency Furniture Stadium here in Waldorf, Maryland. Perez into the windup, and the first pitch on the way to Wiggins. Fastball that misses outside, and the count 1 ball and no strikes. Wiggins is 0 for 2 today, struck out swinging his first time up, and popped up to second base in his second trip. Now the 1-0. So we had a line drive hit into center field. That'll get down for base hits. Really took Rafael Perez's head off with it as it went into center field. Right back through the originator for Wiggins. And it's a leadoff base knock for the Blue Crabs here in the bottom of the 7th. 8-3 Long Island as that goes down for the 8th hit of the night for Southern Maryland. They'll bring up the number 9 hitter, Brian Bistain. There's some stretching starting just now in the Southern Maryland bullpen. As Rafael Perez peers in for his signs from the catcher, Audie Effner. And out comes Set, the pitch. Fastball in the outside corner, called a strike, and the count 0-1. Bistain 0 for 2. Grounded out to shortstop twice tonight. Perez would love to get another ground ball to Elmer Reyes and have a chance at a double play. Ducks have already turned one of those tonight. Pitch. This is low. Count 1-1 as the fastball couldn't nip the knees. Even up at 1-1. Full on nighttime now in Waldorf, Maryland. Sun completely gone. The moon nowhere in sight. Now the pitch. Comes in at the letters for a called strike. Don't know if Bastain quite agreed with the call from home plate umpire Derek Moshe. The count now 1 ball and 2 strikes. Perez comes to the high set, now the 1-2. Swing a foul ball back to the backstop as Bastain just got a piece of it. Weakly made contact. We'll do it again at a ball and 2 strikes. Jose Lozada, switch hitter, standing in the on-deck circle. There's some stirring out in the Ducks bullpen. Doesn't appear to be much throwing. Nothing quite going on in the Blue Crab pen. Just one guy stretching out his legs. Now the pitch. Swing a line drive hit out towards right field by Bastain, but right at Quinton Berry, who makes the catch. That's out number 1 here in the inning. Ryan Bastain goes down on the fly ball to right field. So that'll bring Jose Lozada to the plate as it flips the lineup card over. Brings up Lozada for the 4th time tonight. So far, he's 0 for 3 with a hat trick, and he's struck out on 3 pitches in all 3 of his trips to the plates. I suppose you can call that an immaculate hat trick. Rafael Perez comes set, and now the first pitch. Swing a ground ball hit out in front of home plate, fielded by Perez. He fires low to first, but it's picked by the first baseman, Sanko. It goes for out number 2 in the inning. Is advancing down to second base on the play is the catcher, Ryan Wiggins. So that kind of worked like a sacrifice bunt, but there are now 2 outs in the inning and a man in scoring position for Edwin Garcia. Garcia 1 for 3 in the game today. Single and 2 ground outs here for the Blue Crabs. 8 runs, 13 hits, no errors for the Ducks. 3 runs on 9 hits, or rather 8 hits, and 1 error for Southern Maryland. So I don't know why the scoreboard says the Blue Crabs have 9 hits. They have 8. First pitch misses upstairs to Garcia. The count 1 ball and 0 strikes. Yes, we can confirm on the live stats it is 8 hits for the Blue Crabs. 1 ball, no strikes, the count to Edwin Garcia with 2 outs here in the bottom of the 7th. Back at second, now the pitch from Perez. Fastball on the outside corner for a called strike, and the count is even up at 1. That's the joys sometimes of a manual scoreboard. Out in the outfield, there can be miscommunications when you're watching the ball through a peephole in the line score during the 10th inning, which is where the operator kind of looks out and watches the game from. Pitch swung on and missed by Garcia. Count now 1 ball and 2 strikes. There's a little stool back behind there where the operator could climb up and kind of lift up the placard and peer out through. Ball and 2 strikes, 2 outs. Now the pitch. It's low, and the count 2 balls and 2 strikes. But for some reason, the scoreboard is saying 3-1. Being reminded by home plate umpire Derek Moshe, it is 2-2. Perez kicks and deals the pitch. Hitting the line out towards right field. Could be trouble. Berry with a dive. He can't get there. It gets behind him and goes all the way to the wall. In to score from second base is Wiggins. Racing for third is Edwin Garcia. He'll get the hold sign there. It's an RBI triple for Garcia, and the score now 8-4 in favor of Long Island. first triple of the season for Edwin Garcia, as Quentin Barry had the all-or-nothing dive trying to get to that ball. It was the only play that he could make. And he came up empty as the ball got behind him and went for 3. 9th hit of the night for Southern Maryland, as Billy Horn out to the mound with the entire infield. Chat with Rafael Perez and try and settle him down. There's 2 outs here in the bottom of the 7th inning. A run home for Southern Maryland. There's just all kinds of things out on that scoreboard that are not correct. There's no outlights up there. You get the wrong number of hits. How's anyone at the ballpark to know what's going on in the game? The scoreboard can't be right. But anyway, I'll get off my high horse. LJ Hose comes up to the plate. Hey, there's the 2 outs. The first pitch comes in and it misses low. Good block by Effner, and the count 1 ball and no strikes. Gotta say, very impressed with the defensive work of Audie Effner behind home plate today. Also 2 doubles, including one that was a ground rule double over the center field wall. Pitch, swing and a miss by Hose. And the count now even up at 1 ball and 1 strike. As now the outs have gone away on the scoreboard again, and it's showing the count as 1-0. Perez. There's got to be a short in those light bulbs or something. They keep flashing on and off. 1-1 pitch. Off the fists, foul by Hose, and the count 1 ball and 2 strikes. It's the big old style, I don't want to say like Christmas lights, but they're just giant light bulbs, essentially. It's not LED or anything like that. It goes along with the old-timey scoreboard out in left field. Runner at third, Garcia deking towards the plate as Perez deals the pitch. This is low in the dirt. Good block again by Effner. Count 2 balls and 2 strikes with 2 outs. 8-4 the score in favor of the Long Island Ducks. Got to figure this will probably be about the last inning for Perez, if not the last batter. He winds and fires the 2-2. Fought off foul by Hose, and will do it again at 2 balls and 2 strikes. He's getting up towards 100 pitches on the night. We're not quite there yet, just at 95. Though it does appear as if there is somebody ready in the Ducks bullpen, standing around waiting to have his number called. Now the 2-2. Just does miss. Perez thought he had strike 3. But it was just a little bit low and inside. Count now full. 3 balls and 2 strikes with 2 outs. Perez has struck out 7 and walked just 1 tonight. Into the windup. Here's the 3-2 to Hose. Swinging a ground ball hit to shortstop. Fielded by Reyes. He throws to first in time to get Hose, and that will do it here in the 7th. But the Southern Maryland Blue Crabs strike for yet another run. It's 1 run on 2 hits, no errors, and they'll leave 1 man on base. We go to the 8th. The score, the Long Island Ducks 8 and the Southern Maryland Blue Crabs 4. You're listening to the Ducks Broadcast Network.
Hey fans, this is pitcher Patrick Kreider, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network.
PSEG Long Island is making things work for you with over 10 energy efficiency programs that can help you save on your monthly electric bill. From our free online energy analyzer and in-home energy assessments to rebates on energy efficient air conditioning, even discounts on LED light bulbs. Helping you save on electricity is our job. What to do with your savings?
Flight 85 now boarding for the magic of Orlando.
Is entirely up to you. Visit psegLINY.com/save money. Just one more way PSEG Long Island is making things work for you.
Take your group out to the ball game this season and enjoy all the fun of Ducks baseball at discounted prices with the picnic area, luxury suites, the Smokin' Owls party deck, and so much more. Bringing your group to the game will be an unforgettable experience. The Ducks even offer opportunities to sing the national anthem, serve as the Ridgewood Savings Bank color guard, be the Nicolak Dream Team, put on a pregame performance, or shag fly balls during Ducks batting practice. To book your outing today, call 631-940-3825 and ask for the group sales department. Long Island Ducks baseball. Good times every time.
We go to the top of the 8th inning. Craig Stem remains in the game for the Southern Maryland Blue Crabs. Hey, Ducks fans, do you want frequent updates on team transactions, scores, store specials, and the status of upcoming games? Then follow the Long Island Ducks on Twitter at twitter.com/LIDucks. With Twitter, the faithful flock will also be able to follow their Ducks and find out more information regarding nightly promotions, player signings, league activities, and more. The Ducks are tweeting right now, and you can follow along at twitter.com/LIDucks. Audie Effner will lead things off for Long Island against Stem as the first pitch is a letter-high strike at the count 0-1. It'll be Effner followed by Quinton Berry and Delta Cleary Jr. 9-1 and 2 in the Ducks lineup. The pitch from Stem is a breaking ball that misses inside, and the count even up at 1-1 strike to Audie Effner. Effner 2 for 3 with 2 doubles and 2 runs scored tonight in his Ducks debut. As the pitch misses in, it's now 2-1. Again, the year with the Tampa Yankees in the Florida State League. Had a short 7-game stint as a Lake Erie Crusher in the Frontier League. The 2-2 is waved at and missed in the count. Or the 2-1 is waved at and missed. It's now 2-2. Signed earlier this week by the Ducks. Now the pitch, swinging a ground ball, hit to third base. Played by Lozada behind the bag. Long throw to first, just in time to get the catcher, Effner, hustling up the first base line. 5-3 on the ground out, and that's the first out here in the top of the 8th inning. But overall, a very impressive debut as a Duck for Audie Effner. 2 for 4 now with the 2 doubles, 2 runs scored, and also a very solid defensive game behind home plates. So that flips the lineup card over and brings up Quinton Berry. Berry 2 for 4, 2 singles and a couple of runs scored. As the first pitch is on the outside corner for a called strike, and the count 0-1. All 4 of Berry's at-bats today came against starting pitcher Drew Hayes. Lasted 5 1/3 innings, gave up 8 runs on 12 hits. Pitch fouled back, and count now 0-2. Berry with the 2 for 4. Raised his batting average on the season from 198 coming into play today to 212 as he swings at the pitch and lifts it in the air foul down the left field line. That'll hit off of the roof of the Legends Restaurant and roll down into the club seating below it. And the count will remain at 0-2 to Quinton Berry. Stem comes set. And now the 0-2. Check swing. Berry did not go around. Count now 1-2. 1 gone here in the top of the 8th inning. Base is empty. Ducks up 8-4. Going to tack on a few more insurance runs as Blue Crabs have been chipping away a run at a time. Pitch. This is low and outside. Count even up, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Stem needed just 10 pitches to get through an inning and 2/3. Coming into this, will deliver pitch number 11 of this inning, and it misses for ball 3. So now a full count to Quinton Berry. Delta Cleary Jr. is working on a 2-hit night in the on-deck circle. Stem comes set. And the payoff pitch. Misses low and out. Oh, no! Strike 3 called. Delayed third strike call that time by Derek Moshe, as Quentin Barry had pinwheeled the bat aside and was getting ready to move up to first base. But it was not to be, as Craig Stem records his second strikeout of the game and 9th overall for Southern Maryland pitchers. I tell you, Craig Stem has come in and pitched very well. He's allowed just 1 hit, a double to Ruben Gota. First pitch to Delta Cleary Jr. misses low. The count 1 ball and no strikes. Ducks have set a franchise record in the game tonight already with 9 doubles. Surpassing the old franchise record of 8 set against York in 2013. Pitch swung on and missed by Delta Cleary Jr. and the count is now 1 ball and 1 strike with 2 outs and the bases empty. Top of the 8th inning. 8-4 the score in favor of Long Island. Stem comes set, now the 1-1. Swing and a miss. Cleary swung over the top of the breaking ball and missed it. Count now 1 ball and 2 strikes. Big flash of lightning well out in the distance. Not anywhere near here. Not anything that'll disrupt our play. Pitch swung on and lifted foul down the left field line. That'll get well out of play. Up into the upper concourse, and a nice catch made by a fan with a glove. He gives the ball off to a young child. Appears to be his son. We'll do it again at a ball and 2 strikes. Pitch. This is outside. Count 2 balls and 2 strikes now to Delta. Delta has a double, a single, 2 RBIs, a run scored, and has also reached on a walk. Very full game for him at the plate. Pitch, swinging a broken bat, ground ball hit to second base. Charging hard, Bistain. He sidearms to first, and that's in time to retire Delta Cleary Jr. and retire the Ducks here in the 8th inning. Craig Stem sets the Ducks down with nothing doing. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left on base. We go to the bottom of the 8th. It's the Ducks 8 and the Southern Maryland Blue Crabs 4.
Hey fans, this is pitcher Zach Treese, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network.
Hey Ducks fans, the official hotel of the Long Island Ducks is the Radisson Hotel, Hauppauge, Long Island. It's centrally located on the north shore of Long Island and offers a home away from home for both business and leisure guests. The Radisson Hotel, Hauppauge, Long Island features an indoor pool, 24-hour business center, a fitness center, and complimentary Wi-Fi in all guest rooms. Enjoy the contemporary American cuisine at the Fountain Grill restaurant or grab a quick bite to eat at Cafe Pronto. And best of all, it's only minutes away from Bethpage Ballpark. The Radisson Hotel, Hauppauge, Long Island, the official hotel of the Long Island Ducks. Call 631-231-1100 today. That's 631-231-1100.
Bethpage Ballpark is a great place to watch a ball game, so why not do so from some of the best seats in the house? The Ducks are proud to present the brand new Long Island Ducks Beer Garden. Open for all fans on nights when the Smokin' Owls party deck has not been reserved, the Beer Garden will feature a variety of frosty draft and bottled brews, as well as several food choices. The area has been decked out with bar rail seating and Ducks branded furniture to provide a comfortable atmosphere for everyone. Be sure to stop by and check out the brand new Long Island Ducks Beer Garden on your next visit to the ballpark.
Well, we go to the bottom of the 8th inning here at Regency Furniture Stadium. New pitcher in the game for the Long Island Ducks is the right-hander Rob Rogers coming in for Long Island. It's, again, the Ducks 8 and the Southern Maryland Blue Crabs 4. Leading things off for Southern Maryland will be the first baseman Patrick Palmero. Cleanup hitter will be followed by the center fielder Corey Vaughn and the right fielder Zach Cohn, 4, 5, and 6 for Rogers to contend with here in the inning. As the first pitch misses high to Palmero. Count 1 ball and no strikes. Palmero 1 for 1 in the game after he replaced Michael Snyder, who was 2 for 2. Check that. This is going to be Palmero's first at bat. He came in as the pitch is hit on the ground into left field for base hits. I'm all kinds of out of sorts here. This is Palmero's second. I misspoke. And he is now 2 for 2 after he replaced Michael Snyder, who was also 2 for 2. Easy enough for me to say. As Corey Vaughn will now come to the plate. He's 3 for 3. Not butchering that one. Vaughn's got a double and an RBI single to his name so far today. Also an infield hit against Rafael Perez. We'll get you the final lineup, Perez, here in just a moment. As the first pitch to Vaughn is in for a called strike and a count 0-1. Perez went 7 innings, allowed 4 runs on 9 hits. All 4 runs were earned. He walked 1 and struck out 7, and is in line for what would be his 8th win of the season. 0-1 in for a strike to Vaughn, and the count quickly 0-2 to Corey Vaughn. Rob Rogers in the game for the Ducks, a sinker baller and a ground ball specialist. Love to roll a ground ball here. As the pitch is swung on and missed. Vaughn goes down on strikes. First strikeout for Rob Rogers, first out here in the 8th inning. And the 8th strikeout overall for the Long Island Ducks pitching staff. First 7 to Rafael Perez. This is the 40th appearance this season for Rogers. He's 4-0 with a 4.35 ERA. He's got a pair of saves. And in 49 2/3 innings, has allowed 40 hits, struck out 28 and walked 21. Coming into this outing as the first pitch is down low in the dirt. Got away from Effner for a moment, but not far away enough for Palmero to think about advancing. The count 1 ball and no strikes. Here to Zach Cohn. Cohn struck out his first time up, grounded into a double play his second time, and flew out to left field in his 3rd trip to the plate. Now Cohn chops one slowly to the left side, fielded on the bare hand by Rogers, and he has to put it in his back pocket. That'll go down as an infield single for Zach Cohn, the 10th hit of the game for the Southern Maryland Blue Crabs, and it's runners on first and second. Here with 1 gone here in the 8th inning. Bring Tucker Nathans up to the plate. That's a mound Audie Effner to go change up signs with Rob Rogers. Man now on second base and Patrick Palmero. A timeout here as the ball has come loose from the Southern Maryland bullpen, which is out on the field in foul territory up the left field line. The Ducks bullpen is in foul territory up the right field line. First pitch to Nathan, swinging a foul ball at home plates, and the count 0-1. I'll say this for Nathans, he certainly doesn't get cheated up there with any of his swings. He's always taking a big hack at the plates. He makes contact, he gives the ball a ride, as now the rain has begun to fall here in the bottom of the 8th inning. So fans starting to head for cover as the pitch is swung on and missed. Count now 0-2 to Nathans. So the rain's starting to come down. And with this not just being a rainstorm, but also being accompanied by some lightning and thunder. Although granted, that's way out in the distance right now. Pitch, Nathans hits it to first base. Diving stop by Sonko. Throw to first in time. Angelo Sonko with a diving play. And then he gave to the pitcher Rogers in time to retire Tucker Nathans. What a fantastic job by Angelo Sonko over at first base. 2 outs now in the inning as the runners advance. Palmero to third and Cohn to second. Out the catcher Ryan Wiggins coming up to the plates. Kevin Baez out to the mound to chat with Rob Rogers. Here ahead of the Wiggins at bat. 2 runners in scoring position. Now with 2 outs in the bottom of the 8th inning, and the Long Island Ducks leading the Southern Maryland Blue Crabs 8-4. The rain that is coming down very lightly, not enough to disturb play. Just enough to be annoying for the fans down in the stands. Some have headed for cover, many have not though. First pitch in for a called strike to Ryan Wiggins. And the count 0-1. Some fans bringing out umbrellas, others with ponchos. And some just braving the elements. Pitch. This is outside, count 1-1 strike. Either came unprepared or not caring. Ball and a strike, the count to Ryan Wiggins. It's Patrick Palmero at third base. Zach Cohn, who runs very well at second base. Pitch. Swing a fly ball lifted on the right side of the infield. Angelo Sunko in foul territory makes the catch, and that's out number 3 here in the 8th. So the Blue Crabs get 2 on, but can't do anything with it. No runs, 2 hits, no errors, and 2 left on base. We go to the 9th inning. The score is 8-4 in favor of the Long Island Ducks. You're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Ducks Broadcast Network.
Hey fans, this is catcher Alex Berg, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network.
Going way back is Joe Holden, and he is looking up, and that one is headed to field 5 at Robert Moses. The waves are gnarly, and the Ducks have tied it at 1. That was another home run for the Ducks. And Duck fans, what's more fun than a home run that helps the Ducks win a game? How about a homer that helps the community win? Chappie's Funeral Home and the Long Island Ducks have once again teamed up for the Chappie's Home Run Challenge. If the Ducks hit 100 homers this season, Chappie's Funeral Home will donate $5,000 to the Quackerjack Foundation. So every time a Ducks hitter goes deep this season, watch for the Chappie's Challenge home run count on the scoreboard. And if we reach 100, we're all a winner. Chappie's Funeral Home, where caring for others is a family tradition.
Can't get enough of the Long Island Ducks? Well, now you can get even more inside info on your favorite hometown team through Facebook and Twitter. The Ducks are constantly updating fans through social media with scores, transactions, ballpark promotions, and much more. You can even win great prizes. All you'll need to do is make a free account on Facebook and Twitter, and then visit us at facebook.com/LIDucks and twitter.com/LIDucks. Think you're Long Island's biggest Ducks fan? Get connected now.
Baseball fans, if you've downloaded the official Long Island Ducks mobile app yet, powered by Clear Vision Apps, you can buy tickets and stay up to date on Long Island's hometown team right on your mobile device. Download the app today for free by visiting the App Store in your Apple-powered device or Google Play on your Android-powered device. New pitcher in the game for the Southern Maryland Blue Crabs. It's the right-hander Cody Hebner coming in to the contest. He becomes the 3rd pitcher in the game for the Southern Maryland Blue Crabs after Craig Stem did yeoman's work in relief today. 2 2/3 innings, allowed 1 hit, no runs, no walks, 2 strikeouts, and now the heavens have opened up here at Regency Furniture Stadium. That rain that was just nothing more than a drizzle, now all of the sudden is starting to come down much heavier as soon as Hebner was announced into the game. First pitch here of the top of the 9th inning to a pinch hitter for the Long Island Ducks, Derek Piles, making his Ducks debut. There's a ball, the count 1-0. On the 1-0 to Piles, misses high and inside, and the count 2 balls and no strikes. Piles pinch hitting for Mark Krause will be followed up by Angelo Sunko and Ruben Gotai, as now the rain coming down with some more intensity. 8-4, Long Island leading. Pitch. It's in for a called strike. The count 2-1. Umpires were talking with the grounds crew in between innings, so they know what to expect. Hopefully this will just be a small passing shower that allows to play. Is 2-2 is ball. The count now 3 balls and 1 strike. 2-1. A ball now 3-1. Rattles of thunder overhead as the pitch misses upstairs, and Derek Piles draws a walk in his Ducks debut, his first plate appearance, and now they'll call for the tarp as we are heading into a rain delay here at 9:19 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. Rain delay here in the top of the ninth inning with a runner on first and nobody out. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to take a quick step aside. We're going to get the camera inside so that it doesn't get rained on. And hopefully we'll be back relatively soon with some more baseball right after this. You're listening to Long Island Ducks Baseball on the Ducks Broadcast Network. You can stay tuned to the Ducks on Twitter, twitter.com/LIDucks, or on your app at LIDucks. We'll have the weather updates and when we anticipate to be back to action here in Southern Maryland. But for now, it's the Ducks 8 and the Blue Crabs 4.
You're listening to the soundtrack of the Ducks Championship DVD, 2004 Long Island Ducks, A Season to Remember. The Long Island Ducks baseball game is currently being delayed due to inclement weather. We will update you on the status of the game as soon as possible. And thanks for listening to Long Island Ducks Baseball exclusively here on LIDucks.com. We now return you to our trip down memory lane. Hi, I'm Chris King, the radio and TV voice of your Long Island Ducks. 2004 was a very special season for the Ducks, both on and off the field. From the first pitch of spring training until the final out of their championship victory, there were packed houses, nail-biting wins, and enough excitement to last a lifetime. During the Ducks' first ever trip to the Atlantic League playoffs, each of their 6 games was decided by just one run, with the Ducks winning 5 of those. In putting together this championship DVD, we'll take a walk down memory lane and take you step by step through the Long Island Ducks' 2004 Atlantic League Championship. Following another close call at the end of the 2003 season, the Ducks had finished second in 6 of 8 halves through their first 4 seasons of play and still had never qualified for a playoff spot. After a winter full of organizational meetings and player signings, the team headed down to spring training loaded with talent, brimming with confidence, and eager to prove that this team was different.
Well, when we got down to spring training, it was we kind of realized that this was kind of a special group of guys. And we all clicked from the very beginning, and our mission was, you know, if we're going to be in the independent league and nobody's going to give us an opportunity to go play in organized ball, then we're going to try to do the absolute best that we can with our team. And like I said, we felt like we had a special talent and a special group of guys, and it was our goal to go out and win the championship.
He is all business on that 5th day. I tell you, he has his good times and whatever, and keeps everybody loose up to that point. And then, it's business day.
I expect to win, and I expect to win pretty much with the whole pitching staff. When you get Bill out there, he's going to fight you. He's going to fight you to the end. He never wants to come out, and that's always good.
Of the 25 players on Long Island's opening day roster, 14 had major league experience, highlighted by a pitching staff that featured Bill Pulsifer, Matt Beach, Matt DeWitt, Bill Seamus, and Lance Davis, all of whom had experienced success at the big league level.
Every spring training, especially with the Ducks, you go into it of not knowing how long you're going to keep your guys, and that's always a concern. But when we walked out on the field the first day, when Pulsifer and Seamus showed up, there was no longer any worry of what type of clubhouse we were going to have. The camaraderie was there just with those 2 individuals, and as a coach, as a manager, when you know your camaraderie is good, it solves a lot of problems. So everybody else was going to fit into place. All the guys that we had from the previous year, we knew were very good guys, very good individuals, and we pride ourselves with the Ducks of bringing in good individuals, not just statistics, but they got to be good people to play here. And as soon as we had those two guys, we knew we were set.
As the season began, Long Island came out of the gates on fire, emerging victorious in each of their first 6 games.
4, and the Ducks win the game. Final score, Long Island Ducks 5, Pennsylvania Road Warriors 4.
By the end of the season's first month, Long Island was on a roll, in first place with a 16-7 record.
We had a lot of guys returning from the year before. It was myself and Barty and Doug and JJ and stuff. Well, those guys, you know, I know they remember the hurt that we felt in that last game and how close we were to it. And then getting guys like Pulsfer and Seamus and Lance and Beach and those guys in the beginning of the year, we knew we had a staff that could take us all the way. Of course, the big question was how long were we going to have them for? You know, which comes across every year with the Ducks, is that we start off great, and if somehow or another the guys get picked up, which is what the league is for, and you know, but it hurts our team club, and we never seem to make the playoffs because we got guys leaving, and sometimes you just can't replace those guys.
By mid-June, however, 3 of Long Island's top pitchers had been signed to Major League organizational deals. Clint Weibel was the first to go, followed by Matt DeWitt and Matt Beach. Following their departures, the Ducks hit a skid, and, following a July 5th loss at the hands of the Nashua Pride, found themselves 1 game behind the arch-rival Bridgeport Bluefish with just 7 games remaining in the season's first half. Despite regaining their footing in the following series against Pennsylvania, the Ducks found themselves needing a sweep of Bridgeport in the half's final series in order to earn a berth in the Atlantic League playoffs. All the Bluefish needed was 1 victory in the 3-game set, and the Ducks' playoff hopes would be dashed yet again. And the Ducks would have to do it against their arch-rivals on the road in a ballpark in which their playoff dreams died in the last week of the 2000 season. They'd also have to do it in a ballpark where they'd only won 13 times in 37 games coming into the season. You're listening to the soundtrack of the Ducks Championship DVD, 2004 Long Island Ducks, A Season to Remember. The Long Island Ducks baseball game is currently being delayed due to inclement weather. We will update you on the status of the game as soon as possible, and thanks for listening to Long Island Ducks baseball exclusively here on LIDucks.com. We now return you to our trip down memory lane.
The 3-game series with Bridgeport between the July 10th through the 12th was quite an exciting series, and it was great to have the fans coming over. I mean, there was so many little facets of that particular series that was going into play that not a lot of people, unless you'd been around and been a part of the Long Island Duck organization for a while, would really understand the complexity of it. With that veteran team that we had, you know, we knew that if we just went in and played 1 game at a time, which is, of course, very cliche, but yet it's very applicable for the situation. You know, if we win the first couple of games, you know, that we would put the pressure back on them, and that's what we did. The Monday night game, you know, after it being called after the 9 innings, was very frustrating for all of us, both teams in general.
I know the feeling after the game of that last night when it was raining. We were in the clubhouse and we were going, this can't happen. I mean, we can't end it like this. We had just come back. I mean, we battled our butts off. And so did Bridgeport. I mean, it was a great series that we played against them. We beat them the first 2 games of the series. It came down to that last game. They had scored a couple runs in the beginning, and we fought back to tie it. And you know, it came down to the 9th inning, and we were playing in the rain the whole game. And when they called the game and took us off the field because of the rain, it was like kind of mind-boggling. It's like, what are we doing? We've been playing in this for 9 innings. I mean, just all it takes is we finish 9 innings. You know, the next person to score will win.
So the Long Island Ducks headed home. The July 12th game was declared a tie, with a new August 9th game rescheduled to be played in its entirety and no playoff spot yet secured. Despite the fact that they had come so far, the Ducks had no closure. The second half would begin on Friday night, but there was still 4 weeks of baseball to play before the first half champion would be declared.
Well, so we start the second half of the season. We don't know who the first half champion is, and we're going to play that game 2.5, 3 weeks out. It really kept the tension around here at a certain pitch. Certainly kept all the fans' interest. We started to point our whole season towards 1 game. and that's sort of good and it's sort of bad. For the fans, it was you know, high drama. For us in our organization, it was high drama. For the ball players, so we were all focused in on that August 9th game.
And while the Ducks would have to wait for their chance to play for their first ever playoff spot, they would continue their pursuit of individual and team records that would fall during the magical 2004 season.
The Ducks' second half playoff drive has begun. But wait a minute, what about the first half?
Good question. Something you've never even heard in baseball. You know, just like, let's put off the first half until a month later.
Because of a rainout, the Ducks and Bluefish have yet to decide who won the North Division. They'll replay the game in its entirety August 9th.
I mean, we definitely had momentum in our favor, and it was just too bad that it just had to stop like it did.
To have it end like that was really disappointing. We have some guys that do real well now. Who knows if Doug, you know, Kamara, Barty, or Pulsford is going to be here come August 9th.
That could really change things.
You know, they were a big part of our team.
Days and counting till August 9th.
You're listening to the soundtrack of the Ducks Championship DVD, 2004 Long Island Ducks, A Season to Remember. The Long Island Ducks baseball game is currently being delayed due to inclement weather. We will update you on the status of the game as soon as possible, and thanks for listening to Long Island Ducks baseball exclusively here on liducks.com. We now return you to our trip down memory lane. When August 9th finally arrived, the team and its fans were ready.
My guys are ready to go. They're ready to play this game. You know, as I'm sure these guys are too. I mean, it's about the playoffs. I mean, there's a couple reasons why these players are all here in this league. One to get back to organizations, and the other getting to playoffs. And here it is right here on the table for them. So now it's whoever's the hungriest.
With more than 700 loyal Duck fans in attendance in Bridgeport, everything was on the line once again for Long Island's hometown team. In a game dubbed "One Game for All the Marbles" by Bridgeport officials, the Bluefish took an early 3-0 advantage against the Ducks and starter Brian Ricard.
Count 1 ball, 2 strikes to Avila.
And again, Lou, the rosters of these teams is quite different from what it was the last time we played this game on July 12th. The Ducks do have Garrick back. The Bluefish have Willis Otanez and DJ Boston back, but Long Island has lost Bill Pulsifer, Lance Davis, and Manny Ulloa, 3 of their best pitchers who've gone on to affiliated teams.
Beautiful pitch on the inside corner, and Ricard ends the inning, but
the Ducks showed their mettle, battling back and tying the game on Kamara Barty's 2-out, 2-run home run in the 5th inning off Bluefish ace Tim Kaine.
Delivers, swing and a miss, tied him up inside, and Kaine works ahead 0-2.
And a chance for Kamara to get some retribution, Lou, as it was Kamara Barty who popped out to second base back in the 3rd inning with the bases loaded and 1 away. So he gets another chance here to at least drive in 1 run if he can bring in Cole Liniak from second.
0-2 pitch, swung on and drilled to deep left field. Going back is Otanez. It's gone! A home run for Barty. A 2-run shot. And we are all tied at 4.
Well, for Kamara Barty, his team-leading 18th home run.
We were down early, so we were like, all right, now we got to fight back. But once he hit that 2-run home run and we're dead even, it's a whole new game. It's like, all right, it's 0-0. go all the way with this.
Now Andrew Salvo. Be interesting to see if he tries to bunt here.
I would think so.
Bridgeport thinking bunt. Lualoa now coming in at third, and Salvo bunts it. It's a good-looking bunt, and they're going to go to first. For a second, Sherman thought about going to second, but then got the sure out at first base. Salvo does his job. Sacrifice bunt sends Rodriguez down to second, and he is the potential go-ahead run for the Ducks.
Well, Andrew Salvo practices that bunt every day in batting practice, and in the biggest spot of the season for Long Island, he comes through as manager Don McCormack there, playing small ball here in a tie game, and now he hopes that Kevin Baez, who's had the best defensive play of the game for Long Island, can come through with some offense.
And the Duck fans making some noise now. Baez and Justin Davies will try to give the Ducks the lead. Baez swings and lifts it deep down the right field line. Pennyfeather is there, makes the catch. Rodriguez is going to try to go. Pennyfeather's throw is into the stands, and Rodriguez will score on the overthrow. Long Island takes the lead. It's 5-4 Ducks.
Well, can you believe it? Will Pennyfeather, who had the best catch of the game for the Bluefish and one of the best arms in the Atlantic League, just threw one into the seats, into the Duck fan section. And as he did, Louis Rodriguez, who was tagging, is able to circle third and score. The Ducks have their first lead of the game in the top of the ninth on a Will Pennyfeather overthrow. With the Ducks now holding a one-run lead, Long Island called on closer Bill Seamus for the final 3 outs.
And the Bluefish now down to their last strike.
And much like they do at Citibank Park, the Duck fans are on their feet throughout this ballpark, hundreds of them, standing and cheering for what they hope will be strike 3.
No balls, 2 strikes to Boston. Seamus gets the sign. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. The Long Island Ducks have won the first half championship in the Atlantic League's North Division. And the Ducks will go to the playoffs for the first time in franchise history.
And you see the jubilation on the mound. It has taken them 4 years, 3 months, and 12 days since the first pitch in franchise history was thrown back in April of 2000. But there will be postseason baseball on Long Island come September for the first time ever. And that guy, Bill Seamus, is the happiest man on the field.
The Ducks battle back.
You're listening to the soundtrack of the Ducks Championship DVD, 2004 Long Island Ducks, A Season to Remember. The Long Island Ducks baseball game is currently being delayed due to inclement weather. We will update you on the status of the game as soon as possible, and thanks for listening to Long Island Ducks baseball exclusively here on LIDucks.com. We now return you to our trip down memory lane.
Once we got to that last inning once we brought Seamus in the 8th and we got through that, and knowing that, our cards are on the table. Everything that you kind of laid out before the game, how you want the game to go, and everything is just, it's right there for you. You just stick by your game plan that you pretty much had thought out. And when it gets down to it and it comes to, here it is, right on the table for Mr. Seamus, and the guy we've counted on the whole time. And it's like I've said before, he's one of them guys that you count on night in, night out. And it was just kind of a relaxed excitement watching him, because he just kind of manhandled Darryl Boston. It was really not much of a contest. And it was just, after that, it was such a relief, to finally get on the board with that first one, that the three of us, me, Buddy, and Dave, just kind of was embraced, and we let them do their thing on the field, and it was a relief sensation.
Following a dizzying post-game celebration, the Ducks returned to the reality of the second half. With 7 of their pitchers now gone and pitching for affiliated teams, the team struggled in the month of August, posting a record of 14-16 with a 5.63 ERA. With the key pitchers now departed, it was clear the Ducks' playoff hopes would depend on a promise made by a group of pitchers all the way back in spring training known as the Band: Bill Seamus, Bill Pulsifer, Matt Beach, and Lance Davis.
Those guys, upon leaving vowed to us that if they didn't get called up to the big leagues, they'd come back, and the rest is history. Those people came back, and we played 7 consecutive one-run games.
Well, you know, those at the end of the first half, prior to us having to reschedule the August 9th game, I remember being in the dugout and talking with Pointer about, and this is a guy that's won a World Series at the Major League level, and we both had the same feeling of playoff baseball. Doesn't matter where you're at, Little League or on up, it's just a special feeling, and that's the real reason that baseball players, true baseball players, play, and that's to have a chance to win a championship. Not for the money, not for the fame, not for anything like that. It's just to go out and compete at the highest level of your league, wherever it be, and you to be the top of it. It's really a special thing, winning a championship. And there's plenty of guys that play their whole careers and don't even make playoffs, let alone win a championship at any level. So it's really a special thing. And when a group of guys gets together and accomplishes something, it's camaraderie. It's a very special thing.
On September 14th, the leader of the band, lefty Bill Pulsifer, was the first to make good on his promise to return. Within 5 days, Seamus, Beach, and Davis followed suit, and Long Island's once awe-inspiring pitching staff was back at full strength just in time for the team's first ever playoff appearance. The first playoff game in franchise history was on the road on Tuesday, September 21st, 2004 at historic Holman Stadium in Nashua, New Hampshire. The Nashua Pride held a 10-8 advantage over the Long Island Ducks in the regular season, and they featured an explosive offense led by former Major League All-Star Dante Bichette. Despite rallying late in the game, the Ducks fell 3-2, and their playoff hopes were in danger just one game into the best-of-3 series.
Yeah, you'd like to, you'd like to win that first game, but we were coming back home, so I thought it was a great game, and up there we just didn't, we didn't make our move late in the game like we normally do, and then you come back here and you have all this enthusiasm. You have this 4 years of frustration, which is more in-house than it is the new players that came in. They had nothing to do with being defeated. There are a couple guys here, Justin Davies and Doug Jennings, who had gone through all these close losses for all these years, and then you have the fans who had gone through that.
You're listening to the soundtrack of the Ducks Championship DVD, 2004 Long Island Ducks, A Season to Remember. The Long Island Ducks baseball game is currently being delayed due to inclement weather. We will update you on the status of the game as soon as possible, and thanks for listening to Long Island Ducks baseball exclusively here on LIDucks.com. We now return you to our trip down memory lane. After dropping Game 1 of the Atlantic League North Division playoffs in Nashua, the Ducks returned home to a raucous Citibank Park for the first home playoff game in franchise history. The sellout crowd had waited 5 years for this night to arrive. 6,322 strong and armed with thundersticks was in full throat as Bill Pulsifer headed out to the mound.
The first playoff game here at Citibank Park was obviously very personal to me and very special for me. And I've been to Super Bowls, and I've been to Final Four in college basketball games, and been to a tremendous amount of, played in a few championship games myself. But this was, from the time I walked from my office to my seat, it was like I was in the game, and so were 6,000 other people. This was an electric night for the fans and for our whole organization. I mean, it really felt like I had to put my chin strap on, actually, and get ready to play. Almost had that football game feeling to it, not a baseball game. So it wasn't lost on anyone in the house that night how important this game was, and that we were really ready to play that baseball game.
After Pulsifer exited with a 1-run lead in the 7th inning, relievers Jordan Zimmerman and Joe Cotton got the game to the 8th inning for Bill Seamus, who slammed the door shut on the Nashua Pride with a 6-out save. With a 3-2 victory of their own, the Ducks were headed to the decisive Game 3, with Lance Davis headed to the hill. Davis was dazzling in Game 3, tossing 7 2/3 innings of shutout ball before giving way to Joe Cotton, who closed out the 8th inning. And while Davis was brilliant, His counterpart on Nashua, former Duck Denny Harriger, was equal to the task, leaving Long Island clinging to a 1-0 lead going into the final inning of play.
Interesting, we're going against Denny Harriger, who we had let go, and we always thought with Denny, if you can get him early, you're going to get him big. And we got him a little bit early, but then, you know, he settled down and pitched a great game. He really pitched a great game, and I was just amazed at the pitches he was throwing, where he wanted to. But we just had better pitching that day. We had Lance Davis and we had Bill Seamus, and they didn't.
After Seamus closed out the Pride in the ninth, the Ducks had clinched the North Division title and were headed to the Atlantic League's championship round. The post-game celebration was subdued, as the players in the clubhouse knew there was still one more mountain to climb. The Ducks would battle the Camden River Sharks in a best-of-5 Atlantic League Championship Series starting Friday night, September the 24th at Citibank Park in Central Islip. Game 1 of the Atlantic League Championship Series was a high-scoring affair, with Long Island leading 10-6 in the top of the ninth inning and the bases loaded. Manager Don McCormick turned to Joe Cotton to get the game's final 2 outs. For once, Long Island's bullpen didn't respond, as former Montreal Expo Chris Widger stepped to the plate and hit a grand slam home run to tie the game at 10. In extra innings, it was Justin Davies who took center stage and played the hero. The original Duck, who had amassed over 500 games in a Long Island uniform, was now in position to register his first game-winning playoff hit. Facing Camden's Evan Thomas with Jason Johnson on third and 2 outs, Davies lined a shot to right field with 2 strikes to deliver an 11-inning, 4-hour and 22-minute Ducks win, and a 1-0 series advantage heading into Saturday night's Game 2.
Well, here we're on Game 1 of the championship series. The game's tied. I think it was in the 11th inning or 12th inning. I know it was extra innings, and I came up with 2 outs, facing Evan Thomas, who just recently came back from winning a championship with Buffalo in AAA. 2 down and man on, I think he was on third, and he got 2 quick strikes against me, and I'm saying, all right, I know that he's going to try and end up throwing a curveball really low inside, and because he had a really good curveball, and trying to throw it low and into the lefty, trying to get me trying to ground out somewhere, so I just kind of relaxed, took a deep breath, and just tried to put the bat on the ball and let something happen. I wasn't really aiming for the hole, to hit the ball between first and second. I just saw the ball, I saw the break, stayed with it, put the bat on the ball, and once I saw that ball go to the infield, it was just a shot of adrenaline just went right through me. It was, I can't believe I did it. I just hit the base when it hit. But I mean, it's a tribute to my teammates, because guys had to get on base, guys had to put me in that situation. We had to fight. We had to score 11 runs in the first place in order to get there.
You're listening to the soundtrack of the Ducks Championship DVD, 2004 Long Island Ducks, A Season to Remember. The Long Island Ducks baseball game is currently being delayed due to inclement weather. We will update you on the status of the game as soon as possible, and thanks for listening to Long Island Ducks baseball exclusively here on LIDucks.com. We now return you to our trip down memory lane. In Saturday night's Game 2, first baseman Doug Jennings began the proceedings with a first-inning 2-run home run that staked Long Island to an early lead. For the second consecutive night, Justin Davies played the hero, singling off the glove of third baseman Brad Strauss to drive home Rodriguez for a 5-4 win in the game and a 2-0 Ducks series lead.
I remember sitting in the dugout maybe a couple innings before saying, you know what, it'd be cool if I had the opportunity to do this again. And it finally presented itself, I was like, wow, I mean, this is something else. I mean, here I am, I have an opportunity to do this, but I was facing Rizzo. and that's a guy that I don't really care to face. He's a left-handed thrower. He's got a hard cutter. He's a really good pitcher, and I said, all right, this is not going to be easy. And once again, I just tried to put the bat on the ball and make something happen. I think I had less than 2 outs this time. And the infield was in, Brad Strauss was in, and I just hit a little chopper right over his head. Nothing great, nothing too fancy, just luck of the bounce, and we did it. And I remember seeing that ball going over his glove and saying, holy cow, this is unbelievable to do that again.
With the series switching sites to Campbell's Field in Camden, New Jersey for Sunday night's Game 3, the Ducks sent their best to the hill, Bill Pulsifer, to try to clinch the Atlantic League Championship. Camden broke out on top early, plating 3 runs on 4 hits in the top of the first off Bill Pulsifer, and the score remained 3-0 into the 5th inning, with River Sharks ace Lincoln Mickelson tossing a no-hitter against Long Island through the first 4 innings. After Jason Johnson singled to break up the no-no, Rusty McNamara scalded a shot down the left field line that scored Doug Jennings for the first Long Island run. Matt Garrick followed that with a sac fly to left that plated Johnson, cutting the Camden lead to 3-2. In the 7th, Long Island took the lead for good as McNamara drove home Jennings for the tying run, and Kevin Baez was hit by a pitch with the bases loaded to give Long Island its first lead of the game. After Long Island went quietly in the top of the 8th, manager Don McCormick called once again on closer Bill Seamus. The appearance was the first for Seamus since his save against Nashua in the deciding game of the divisional playoffs, and McCormack, along with the hundreds of flock faithful in attendance, was hoping for more of the same. Seamus didn't disappoint. After setting down the Sharks 1-2-3 in the 8th, he retired the first 2 batters he faced in the 9th inning before allowing a single to Chris Wakeland.
He comes to the belt with his glove, and the 0-1 is popped in the air, right center field. Justin Davies going over with Jason Johnson. Jason Johnson makes the catch! He makes the catch! The Ducks win 4-3, and the Long Island Ducks have swept the Camden River Sharks. They are the 2004 Atlantic League champions. They will hoist the trophy in this, their 5th anniversary season, and they are mobbing each other outside the Long Island dugout. The entire team is there.
The Ducks became the first team in Atlantic League history to win every playoff game of their championship march by just 1 run.
Well, we regret to interrupt this exciting championship DVD to give you an update on tonight's game. The announcement just made here at Regency Furniture Stadium at 9:51 p.m. that after a 32-minute rain delay, tonight's game has been canceled. They're shortened to 8 innings, and the Long Island Ducks are victorious 8-4 over the Southern Maryland Blue Crabs. The Ducks have now won their 8th straight game, and by virtue of that, again, Rafael Perez gets the win to improve to 8-7 on the season for Long Island. The loser is Drew Hayes. He falls to 6-6. There's no save, as again, the Ducks defeat the Southern Maryland Blue Crabs 8-4. The Ducks will be back in action tomorrow night, facing off against these Blue Crabs, weather permitting. Supposed to be a lot of rain coming through the area tomorrow, and also the field has taken a lot of water here over these last 30 minutes. The rain has lightened up now, but it was coming down very heavy for a long time. But weather pending, 6:35 p.m. start. Jake Dunning takes the mound for the Ducks, going up against David Russo, a left-handed pitcher for the Southern Maryland Blue Crabs. And so we'll have coverage of that game, 6:35 p.m. first pitch, with the Long Island Ducks pregame show beginning at 6:20 p.m. Final line score for the Long Island Ducks, 8 runs, 13 hits, no errors. For the Southern Maryland Blue Crabs, 4 runs, 11 hits, and 1 error. Rafael Perez, the winner, and the loser is Drew Hayes. We'll talk to you tomorrow night. My name is Joe Basile, giving you the final score for the final time. Ducks win it 8-4 in rain-shortened 8-inning fashion. We'll talk to you again tomorrow night. Enjoy the rest of your Friday, and let's go Ducks.